Welcome, everybody, to the 100th episode of The Average Overlanders. I am Jared.
And I'm Ben.
And today we have with us, back by popular demand,
The official, the one and only...
Land Beaver.
Norm.
What's
Welcome
happening,
back, Norm.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for having me on tonight.
Absolutely, man.
You got the sick drip going on right now. You got the Average Overlanders camo hat.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I won this hat fair and square.
You won
you
it at
won
the
that?
Rickson
That's what $100 get you, baby.
$100 hat for the 100th episode.
100
Yeah.
episode, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, thanks. No problem. You tore me away from all kinds of important stuff, like, I don't know, watching TV.
Warming up that couch, you know?
Yeah, man.
Just
Well, I mean, you were going to drink whiskey anyways, and so, we figured. Yeah.
Well, you brought us a gift. Like, that's like, you just happened, you stopped by to drop off a gift for the 100th episode here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're like, fuck, stay and hang out and enjoy it with us.
well, the first one I gave you, remember you guys said, hey, we're going to save this for our trip.
Yep.
To Expo West.
Which you did. Well, this is like a year later.
Yeah, it's like about a year anniversary
That's
almost.
it. Anytime you guys
literally.
run out, you just got to call me.
We'll call you in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Call me in a year. Right.
Yeah, but you brought us the very special Breckenridge whiskey. It's a port cask finish.
Colorado, baby.
12 years or something, I think it says.
I don't know, but it's always good every time. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, baby.
That's Sex Panther.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Although I've got to admit, it smells like straight gasoline.
Oh, man, we got jokes tonight, guys.
Yeah, it'll be lively.
Yeah, exactly.
Whiskey. And then Jess gave us a bottle. What's that other bottle? We got another bottle for 100th episode as well.
Pull that out,
Which
Norm.
one's that?
That is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Bank Street.
Bank Street. All
It's
right.
Reserve.
Reserve. Ooh,
Yeah,
la,
It's
la.
reserved for when you're done with the first one. You got the second
Got that one in
That's right.
reserve.
Lock and load.
When you're done with the Breckenridge,
Yeah.
you gotta
That's
break
it.
out
That
the
bad boy
reserve,
open.
man.
Might have to crack that one open too tonight. Just try it.
Oh, we gotta try it.
That's the
what
second
next
class.
one?
Yeah, once we
that's the
done with
second
these,
class.
we'll go for that one. Then.
It's 100 episodes, man. Anything
yeah.
goes.
Anything
That's right.
goes.
100 ounces of whiskey. Let's do this.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What?
Wait. We might not get through this one.
Yeah, we apologize in advance.
I got sick days left for tomorrow. No problem.
Ah, gee. You know what's funny is I was thinking about calling in sick tomorrow.
Oh, I wish.
Sick of working.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, like see those like reels where it's like guys on like a ski slope. Yeah, I called in sick, you know?
Yes. Sick of working.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some people I work with listen to this podcast, so I can't,
They'll say, oh, you hear what Ben said?
He didn't show up yesterday.
Oh, and it was his review day. No problem.
He was going to get a raise, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
Yeah. I got to go to the office so I can sit on a Zoom meeting.
What?
That's my favorite, man.
Why?
Like,
I can't do the Zoom meeting from my house.
You
but-
can't get the green screen behind you with the,
Yeah, the
jacket
guy
on like that
wears
dude.
Yeah, I'm over here.
What's up?
dude, that was genius during the pandemic, man. He locked that one in, and it was great. He had so many different versions, and now he's even like boxing
Oh,
people.
he's like a
Yeah.
boxing ring.
He's getting like punched in the face, and people are like, I mean,
fuck's happened to this?
what Zoom meeting is he joining? Like,
I know, right? Where's he work?
I want to work at that company.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They can get away with that shit. Yeah.
but I mean, that kind of like it's kind of a great segue into our topic tonight.
Okay.
Right? Because like we're talking about the evolution of overlanding.
Oh yeah.
And kind of how things have evolved over time. And it really blew up during the pandemic because, I mean, it was there before, but that's when it really blew up because people had nothing to do.
Yeah.
People wanted to like distance, and the ultimate distance is getting out in the middle of nature.
Yeah. Outside. Away
Hey,
from
I was just sitting at home watching some YouTube videos, and all of a sudden I ran across a couple of Overlanders, open road for two, and I said, "What are they doing?" I started watching this,
That
and I
was
was
fun.
like, wait a minute, I like camping.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, several $100,000 later, you know, I still like camping.
You still have two-wheel drive.
Right, exactly.
You know, we got.
But I got all the pills and whistles.
Yeah,
You do, man. I mean, for your camping style, that works for you.
That's it. You know,
know?
some people want to, you know, rock crawl and go to the hardest places and break shocks and tie rods, and they love wrenching and having all their paychecks go to fixing their rigs. And I'm like, you know, I'll take that campsite. What is that, number 4 over there? Yeah, that looks good.
I'll put my money in that box.
KOA. Yeah. No, it's funny because Opt Off Road, they have this kind of like tagline that they've come up with. It was wrench, wheel, repeat.
Yeah, for sure.
And because they're more like the they do a lot of crawlers. They do a lot of desert running and stuff. They got a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's true. Some people just like that lifestyle of like, hey, I want to test my vehicle's limits and then break it and fix it and move on.
It's awesome. I mean, and the vehicles are just phenomenal. You see them at all the meetups and you're just like, oh my gosh. For me and my wife will go walking around and, we'll see these rigs that you're looking at. And I'm like, this guy had to have put $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 into this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it just going, oh my gosh. Where does this guy live? Is he living in that thing? Because
Right? Costs more than a house.
Yeah. You know, and I've always said this, I could go out there and buy myself one.
Yeah.
I can do it. But I look at it and I said, well, you know, I'm not really into bouncing off rocks and
Yeah, you don't need it.
rolling my vehicles as a badge of honor. You know, and I just want to have all my money into enjoying myself when I get out.
Yeah.
You know, like I think
Yes.
you guys have always
Save
said,
your money for
getting around the campfire, having some good friends, good food, good drink, up in the hills, little breeze in the mountains. That's what I'm into. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I still get out. I get out far enough where, you know, I'm fine.
at least far enough away from other people.
Exactly.
You know, that's all
Exactly.
you can do. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and you can do that with, like you said, 2-wheel drive. Eric does it 2-wheel drive. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need 40s. You can do it in whatever you got. You know, so
Do you have a locker in the rear in your Ranger?
Not yet, but that's coming. I'm
On
trying
the
to,
list?
Well, I've got about 4 things that need to happen before the end of June. So I'm in the home stretch of,
What's the end of June?
end of June, going on a big trip.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's not going to Expo with us.
Yeah. Well, and then when I get back with that, I've got another trip with Chateau Tacoma and Open Road for 2. We're going up north.
Oh, cool.
So it's like I want to try to get as much done as possible. I mean, it's only money, right?
Can't take it with
money
you.
and time.
You know,
Money
Yeah.
and time.
Well, what's good is you pay enough money, they get your stuff done like that.
Yep.
exactly,
Money
right.
talks, man.
Pretty much. When they say, you're 5th in line, say, well, you know, here's an extra couple hun.
Yeah.
And they go, no
Move it up.
problem. They
It'll be
get you
done
right to the
tomorrow.
front.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, did I say next week? I meant tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
That's why I'm doing it all myself because I'm freaking broke.
I wish I could do it myself.
Yeah.
You know, I'd save lots of money. That's for sure.
You got to be a handy guy.
I do. You know what? A smart person told me a long time ago, know what you know what you don't know.
Fair.
You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, but try to surround yourself with the smartest people.
Yeah.
You know, so that's always kind of the philosophy I've lived by. If I don't know how to do it, I can find someone who does.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's what always happens. I mean, as far as driving and wheeling and everything, I can do all that.
Yeah.
But as far as wrenching on the vehicle, you know, I've got nice hands now.
They're nice and soft.
I got pretty hands. You're starting to sound like James Porter over here, man.
Do you moisturize?
I got to give him shit. Okay. We went to Expo, I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we went out to Williams, was one of our stops. And all of a sudden he's like packing up in the morning, like really early. And we're like, what is he doing? He's like, I was going to go into town and try to go get a pedicure. And we thought he was joking. He really wanted to.
He was serious.
Yeah, he was serious. And so he ended up going down there and it was closed. So he got a steak and eggs breakfast instead.
Oh my God. He needed to get it.
He's earned his dues though. He was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
he's
Well,
slept in the dirt, I'm sure. you
we've
know?
learned to appreciate the little things in life.
Yeah, the
little
comfort,
things.
creature comforts. You know.
Yeah, the creature comforts.
That reminds me of Zombieland. It's the little things.
When the wife said, "Oh man, that heater looks like something that'd be really good," I looked at her and I was like, "Are you sure?" She said, "I want the heater." Okay, we're getting the heater. I personally, I'll sleep in the front seat. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, but she wants the heater. So we're getting the heater, you know, so.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
It is the little things. I mean, kind of going back to the evolution of overlanding. I mean, they didn't have like air conditioning units. Like, or maybe they did, but you didn't really hear about them or anything, right?
Probably like swamp coolers or some shit.
Yeah. And now it's all about that, right? I mean, it went from camping like in a tent.
Roughing it as much as
roughing
possible.
it, man.
Rugged.
You know, some of these guys are just in bivy bags out in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, leaning up against a tree. Those are like the backcountry guys, you know, the hunters and stuff.
I was 19 years old and we were in South Korea on an operation called Bear Hunt. And we were up north and we rolled up there and, you know, this is in the... dating myself, obviously. But this is in the... this is probably like 1987, 88. And we're in shelter halves, sleeping on the ground. You can imagine this thing's about 2 feet about 2 feet high and about 3 feet wide. And you're sleeping in that thing. And we wake up in the morning and there's like 2 feet of snow all around us.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That's what we're used to living in.
Yeah.
So when someone tells me, hey, I want a heater and a rooftop tent, I'm like, you know, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. Well, you got the Raven now. I mean,
That's what I was going to say. Jared
bougie.
Went from a tent.
He's ultra bougie.
Backpacker. You know, he was a backpacker tent, you know,
right.
thin nylon.
One man tent you squeeze into there. Yeah.
Yep. And it's cold, I imagine, where you were at.
Yeah,
the
we'd be camping up in the snow, Mount Whitney, all that fun stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
And then he went to a rooftop tent. And now he's got a fucking camper
with a king size mattress and
Chateau Jared.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
He is the average bougie.
Yeah, above average overlander.
Yeah, he's
too.
that's right. You're above average now.
Yeah. See, I'm going the opposite direction. I'm like shedding weight. I'm like getting rid of the rooftop tent. I'm like, do I really need this? And honestly, for me, it's like, yeah, I'm getting older, but I kind of feel like I'm doing the inverse, which is like I'm going for like not less comfort, but just more smart comfort.
Back to nature
right?
a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more back to nature, because what I'm trying to do is, just, I mean, the basics work.
Yeah.
The foundation, you know, like you need a tent, get a tent. Mm-hmm. You know, the sky's the limit. At the end of the day,
you can go crazy. Yeah.
You can get nuts. And if you ever saw the 1995, I want to say Goofy movie, where there's a meme about it now too, because it's so true. Like, you know, Goofy's setting up his little triangle tent, teepee tent looking thing, and all of a sudden his neighbor, who was always over the top, like rolls in and like a satellite dish pops out. He's got a
swimming pool,
and I'm like, you know what? They it's like The Simpsons. They predicted this before it actually happened.
Totally true.
Well, they haven't been around for 25 years for nothing.
Yeah, right. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, there's like even as an overlander, you know, camper, extreme camper, what do you want to call it? Like, I've evolved my gear set up and down too. You know, we all have.
Yeah, there's been changes over time as you outgrow things, or you're like realize maybe I do want a little more comfort with some shit, or
I just kind of listened to what you guys have said and a couple other people as far as smart purchases. Things that are multi-purpose, things that are going to last you, that you know you want. Mm-hmm. If you can spend up for something because it's going to be more beneficial to you later, then do it. Mm-hmm. You know, so for me, I mean, I've been very lucky. I haven't had to buy anything twice. I don't have a garage full of stuff.
I do.
Smart.
You know, I've just tend to run things by people when I get it. And if, like I was telling Jared earlier, you know, if I say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about getting this 250 watt Blue Eddy. He's like, oh man. Well, what about the 800? Now that's what I would do. Yeah. See, then you might need the power later. You might not need it now, but later when you start getting into it, more things come into play. Yeah. So I've always done that.
Yeah. No, that's smart. I mean, that's
your
the
research.
Beauty. That's the beauty of YouTube, talking to people, the community in general. Like, people have made mistakes like myself. I've bought stuff I didn't need, got rid of it, took a hit in the wallet, you know. So, I mean, just gotta kind of evolve with your style that you want.
Right.
Ideal style. And originally, I thought my kids were going to come with me a lot more than they actually do. So the needs that I thought I needed didn't end up being actual.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah, you over prepared in a sense, and
And then they'll get out with me. They're getting older. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you, out of all your purchases, right? I know some are more for the lady than you, but what are like, what's your favorite purchase or most useful purchase or something that you're like, damn, I'm so glad I bought that?
Well, before the MP Shield 9mm, no.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, there's that.
No, to be honest, I think my favorite purchase, I have two. One was the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
I mean, before I even really got into it, I mean, my whole life, like all of us, it was cooler time.
Yeah.
And you've always used the cooler. And then I saw everybody getting these set power refrigerators. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think this could be cool. And then when I got it, I go, oh man, this is it.
Game changer.
Yeah, that was legit. And to be honest, the other one was my buddy heater, that Mr. Heater. When I was in Colorado, man, and it was just butt ass cold out there, man, to fire that thing up, it was toasty.
Nice.
Super nice. Those are just a couple of the things, but yeah, that's it. I mean, I could do without all of them. But I'm sure glad I've got them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like it's the comfort, you know. It's your style, you know. You're trying to have a good time.
Yeah, I can name a few things like the pop-up pit. I mean, when you guys were talking about that, I went online and I started looking on YouTube. I go, oh man, I want that, because most of the places I go to don't have fire pits.
Yeah.
You know, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And if you go out of state, you can actually burn wood and have fires.
You notice how he said out of state. But you know, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because a lot of people are getting ready for Expo. And Coconino National Forest just released, and my dad's been sending me the updates, like the U.S. National Forest, like sends him emails and stuff. And they have a fire ban now all around outside of Flagstaff. And so you make sure you check before you burn, because I think they're doing it because there's been a lot of, they know Expo's coming, and a lot of people camp all around there. It's the season. So from my research, as of, yesterday, it looks like Schnebly Hill Road, you're allowed to have a fire.
Okay.
But north of that, or some other places that we've camped before, like Munns Park and things of that nature, it looks or appears to be off limits for a burn.
Really?
So just make sure before you go out to Expo to check where you can burn.
I'm definitely gonna on my trip on our way back. I'm gonna be in Sedona probably the end of the first week of July. I'll probably be there because I was like, I've never done like Schnebly.
Yeah. Okay.
And we wanted to come. We're coming down that way, and I told the wife, said, we're gonna drive there from where we're coming from, and we're gonna stay there and stay the night. And I always hear you say, oh, we might sleep at the top of Schnebly. And then of course I got on YouTube and started watching some of the things. I was like, psh, I can do that. No problem.
The top, it's just a dirt road.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's funny. Yeah. We have a Chrysler Pacifica minivan, right? And we were out at the top of Schnebly. They have this vista point before it starts going down and getting more rocky. And there was a Chrysler Pacifica that just rolls up. Oh, yeah. And it gets a little bit dicey, especially for a car.
Was it coming up Schnebly?
No, it was going down. So it was like at the top with a vista. So they stopped, but man, they scraped on a few things. But the thing is that like it's really not hard to get to that vista point.
Yeah.
But when you start going down is when it starts, you need clearance.
Yeah, just rockier.
Well, I remember you referenced it where you said, man, Schnebly's is super bumpy. And of course, as soon as you said that, I went on YouTube and started looking, there's 20 videos of it. Of course. Yeah. And I'm watching it really did look pretty bumpy out there. And I was like, well, that kind of looks like that road I took in Colorado, except I don't know if we want to do that. I told the wife, you might have to put a helmet on. She's bouncing back and forth.
Yeah. Either that or roll your windows tequila, down. Lime juice, and agave into a pitcher and just let it shake.
Yeah,
then you have a margarita at the bottom.
Yeah. But that's kind of that's going to be our last stop on our trip, So
are you guys going to try and do like Broken Arrow too, or
no? My truck can't do that.
I don't know.
If he had a locker, he could do it. Well, he can't do it without.
I don't think so.
Without 4-wheel drive.
To be honest,
Eric did it with me.
He has a locker.
I know, but I'm just wondering if he engaged his locker.
Oh, he had to. There's a couple of obstacles that I've seen on there that I was like, yeah, that looks pretty sketch.
I don't know.
His truck could totally do it if he had a locker, only because of the articulation.
Yeah.
And he might get stuck in one, and if he doesn't have a locker, or at least a limited slip.
I'll have to ask Eric if he actually engaged his locker or not.
I'm sure he did.
Well, for me, that's probably if it all goes right, I'll have a locker by the end of this month.
Oh, there you go.
So then I'm like, okay, then I'll have that. But then on the other hand, I'm like, do I want to get another vehicle at the end of the year? I mean, I've been eyeballing about 10 different vehicles.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about getting the Raptor Ranger from
I'm looking at it, but then I was looking at how much they're going to be.
Don't spend your money.
Do it.
I hate to be the first one to get it here because what if it's, starts falling apart? I mean, I'm sure it's a great vehicle.
They're rad trucks, but they're built more for like desert.
Yeah.
The suspension setup is more like same with like the F-150 Raptors. They're rad trucks, man, but they're kind of set up more for like going fast through the whoops and stuff like that versus overlanding and kind of crawling over rocks and low.
I know a guy that has a ZR2 for sale.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
It's
too,
always for sale.
Always, yeah.
I know Adam at Rigs and Brews. Adam was like, "Hey, dude, ZR2, man."
But Adam is telling me not to sell it because he's like, dude. ZR2.
he was telling me, hey, you should get the ZR2, and then he goes, you might want to think about getting the diesel one. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait till they come out. I mean, I've told the guy at the dealership, hey, when it comes in, call me. I want to come down and look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
and then I'll be calling you guys. Hey, you guys want to go look at this thing?
Yeah, I'll do a ride along.
There you go. Exactly.
Didn't Jimmy from Overland Coffee? Didn't he have a diesel?
He has a diesel ZR2.
Yeah, he said he loves it.
Dean also has a ZR2 diesel.
Oh, that's right.
He loves
He
it.
does, yeah.
He puts a hell of a... He's in Utah right now, or at least getting back from it.
Oh, okay.
Man, he goes everywhere in that thing. He was saying that he there was more to be desired in certain areas of the things that he was doing in Utah, like the sand dunes and stuff. He doesn't really have the top end like power and all that other kind of stuff. So
you do.
I do.
And I do.
And I have low end. Dude, I mean,
Yeah.
I got 300 some odd horsepower in that thing. That's a V6.
My little Ranger's, it's turbocharged. It's got 270. And I mean, I was coming from a Tacoma before, and I was like, that thing was a dog.
Yeah.
Compared to this thing when I got in it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of advancements, but like honestly, I like the diesel, but they discontinued the diesel for the new ZR2s or for the whole new Colorado line.
They don't have them for the new ones?
The new Colorado basically is just a 4-cylinder turbo.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're trying to hit efficiency, but also get power. So there's a lot of debates online whether it's going to be better or worse, and a lot of people are saying that the V6 is the way to go.
Hey, comfort is the way to go.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I just think about it because if you have a naturally aspirated V6, I mean, there's not as much compression, all those other things going on that could potentially go wrong. I mean, you're gonna have to rebuild turbos at a certain mileage and a lot of other stuff too. So I don't know. I don't know what the maintenance schedules are.
Just upgrade, bigger turbos.
Just get the Ranger Raptor.
Circle back to Ram.
Every time I say that, the wife's like, and you want to do what to this one now? What are you going to do to it now? Right. And I tried to tell her, I said, well, everything on this one can go right to the Ranger Raptor. It goes right on it.
Right over.
It goes right over, except for the rack.
All the stuff you want to take with you can go over.
Right. But who knows? I mean, if it comes out, I mean, if they price it out of, I mean...
They're going to ask stupid money.
Stupid money.
I was thinking like, I mean, first I thought it was going to be in the 60s, and then I heard it. Then I've heard 85. Then I heard it was going to be in the 80s, and I'm just
more like it.
I'm like, dude,
buy a gently used F-150 Raptor, and you'll have more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those prices are going to come down a little bit, and it's a full size.
I've already got mine, and it's two. I'll put the locker on, and it's paid for.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, maybe I'll just do that.
I would do that, honestly.
I invested in the kinetic rope, so if I get stuck, I got people who pull me out.
Get a little yank them, you're good.
Yeah,
assuming you have people around you.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, just I'm sure you've self-recovered once or twice.
Well, not in that one, but in other vehicles I have. Yeah. The old around the tree. I've done the bury the tire in the sand. And they did that just to train us.
Yeah, but that's with a winch, though. Do you have a winch?
No, not on that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but in our military vehicles, we all had winches.
Oh yeah,
and the pain was just digging that hole.
Oh yeah,
I mean that's back. And usually when you're driving, you have the driver and the aid driver, and it's like, dude, grab a shovel. We ain't getting out of here. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out there digging, dude, and it ain't fun. So, yeah. So
the evolution of off-road.
Yeah.
Here's a good tip for pro tip: don't get stuck.
Just don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck, man.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've actually made quite a few improvements to your Ranger since you've been on last. It was about a year ago. I mean, like, what have you done? You mentioned a few things.
Oh, just a lot of cosmetic stuff. Like continued the blackout of it. Just black it out. I went from 31s to 33s.
Oh, nice.
Put, ditch lights.
You got the rack on there, the roof rack?
Oh yeah. I paid the high dollar for the Prince-through rack. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. It looks nice. Great, but I bet if I would have shopped around, I probably could have got a better deal.
Maybe.
But I wanted it. So, those are just the little things like that. I thought about getting a tune on it because since I've been starting in this and been going to the meetups, I've been seeing more and more Rangers showing up. And, they're telling me about the tune, and they got the Ford tune for that. And I was like, well, I started looking into it, and it was like, well, if you get the tune, you got to run 91 octane.
Really?
And I was, that's what they're saying. And I sit there and said, wait a minute, man, I'm already paying, $4.50 a gallon.
Is that with every tune you guys start doing that?
Not every tune.
That's what they suggest if you want to keep it under warranty and it gets smogged and everything. That's what they recommend.
Having the Tundra tuned here.
You have to take a look and make sure that it's going to be okay. You don't have
California
to go up
compliant too, because they're talking about how the ECUs can't be tuned or messed with.
Oh, none of my shit's California compliant.
well,
luckily we know somebody in hook up in South Dakota. We might be able to get it registered there.
And, because I'm not putting fucking 91 in that thing. I can't afford to fucking.
That's what I said. That's
89.
why I didn't do it.
It's like, is there an 85 option?
Yeah, can I go lower?
Right.
Can I just put leaded fuel back in there?
I was gonna put the cold air intake in it. The one that they
the anti-snorkel.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but they want like $530 for that thing, and they're claiming you're going to get 3 or 4 more horsepower. Dude, forget it. I don't need that crap. I step on the skinny pedal. I can go 100 miles an hour if I need to. And when you're on the trails, how fast are you going anyway?
Exactly.
So. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't waste my money on that.
I'm not. That's why I didn't.
I'd get a locker and a winch if you're going to keep your 2-wheel drive. That's about
locker. First thing I would do probably.
That's like I said. If it goes right, I'll probably have it by the end of the month. But
did you ever get sliders, rock sliders?
Nope. Just the ones that I have on there.
Riding dirty.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the spare tire now. I'm debating. Like I was telling you.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, should I get that rig swing out? I called the guys at Rig and said, hey, man, if I buy that thing, you put it on for me. He's like, yeah, bring your spare down. You'll do it. And Jared's like, wait a minute, man.
Yeah.
You can go on the Vilmont Mafia there and probably find one a few $100 cheaper.
Oh, dude, all day long.
True.
I paid top dollar for mine. But
yeah. See, now I'm just worried. I mean, I hear everybody say good things, and then, every once in a while you see someone say, it kind of shakes a little bit. So
what? I don't want to give it to service because
no, it's great.
It's a rad product.
Those guys hit the big time with that thing.
It's holding up on mine so far, but I mean, I have a 37 on it, so it's a lot of fucking weight on there. And if I,
you also haven't done washboards at speed.
Yeah,
you haven't done basically Mojave.
Yeah.
Are you going to do Mojave in yours?
Oh yeah, I'll go anywhere in that fucking thing. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
I just worry about the Raven, the way, just make sure it doesn't start moving on you.
No, it's pretty tight. Okay. It has these little turnbuckles inside, and I can access them from the inside of the camper, and you kind of almost just regularly, every trip, you just kind of reach in there and just give them a little crank because I've had them get loose on me before, just from driving around and stuff.
What about the inside? Is everything just snap closed so nothing's going to come flying out?
Everything's pretty locked down for the most part. I mean, everything's
because it looks amazing. I mean, it really is nice.
The one thing I would say, because the last trip this past New Year's we went on the Mojave, our friends had that 3500 Cummins with a flatbed with the 4-wheel camper on it as well. It's very similar to yours. Mm-hmm. They were a little bit taller than you, maybe a tad bit, but not much. If anything, they had a lot of clearance issues from a height perspective going through the Joshua trees.
They're just taller than mine.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So that's the only thing you really have to kind of think about and watch while you're going through there.
They probably got a good foot on me, I would think.
Yeah, probably. And they had a big truck.
Yeah, it's a big
truck.
And I'm not too worried. My solar panels are, the adhesive one, so they're flat to the roof, so there's nothing really to catch on, really.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah,
they were a lot taller than you, but they made it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But they
worried
had to
about,
take a real slow.
like scratches or pinstriping or anything like that. I've already got a bunch of them on the camper, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, you also don't want to ruin the Joshua trees.
No, yeah,
that's the big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to take out trees or anything, obviously. But
Yeah.
Leave no trace.
yeah.
Except on your paint job.
Yeah, I got plenty of trees. Yeah,
Tread lightly. Don't take out a Joshua tree.
yeah. No, I'm not obviously.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but,
I'm not worried about damaging my shit. But yeah.
you won't damage it. No, but it's kind of funny. Like we've been doing this podcast for 100 episodes now, and you have yet to go on Mojave with me.
Yeah, we've both been multiple times, but not with each other.
I know. It's kind of funny. Jared and I, we do this Overland podcast together, but yet we hardly camp together. It's usually separate. Like I'm going to Expo, he's not.
Just
then he's going up to
stuff. Yeah,
yeah. It's just like our lives of timing for
real
trips.
world.
But that's cool though, because when you come back, you've both got
we got different stories.
Yeah, you got different things.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Yeah, well, he's been to Expo multiple times, but it's kind of, for me, it's like the timing of it is perfect because it's kind of like my last hurrah. So
well, and you got your family there too. That's always
yeah, like my dad and brothers.
It's always an excuse to go back home and see everybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's kind of like you were saying, like the evolution, like because like we kind of started doing the podcast, even like in the pandemic time, and during that time, like we had nothing else but go camping. We camped a lot together then.
Dude, every single weekend.
Like every weekend, like, where are we going? Let's fucking go.
When I first started listening, it was like you guys were always coming back from this or going to that, coming back from this. And I was sitting there saying to myself, God, I want to do that, man.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can do that. I know. Mojave's the same thing. I see Mojave and I'm like, dude, I'm going on that. I'm just going to, even if I have to do it by myself, I'm going to do it.
Don't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
But and there's
It's
a lot
funner
of
with
traffic.
but everything is funner with people. I mean, me and my wife have done some solo trips. I mean, we were up in the mountains up above Santa Barbara earlier, and we've been going up just different. Getting in the car on Saturday and saying, "Let's go."
Get
and
out
we just
Dodge
head to the
for a
mountains.
bit.
Just head to the mountains, and we just start exploring different trails. And like everybody likes to go on Mojave, so I'm like, okay, which is cool with me because I've never done it. So for me, it's new. So I want to do something like that.
It's all about I always say this. It's the food and the people.
Yeah, really. You could go in Thomas Mountain and have a great time. And say, God, we had a great weekend there.
Yeah.
For sure.
An hour from your house, and you're
for sure
still having a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So getting back a little bit to the evolution of overlanding, I'm curious. What is your favorite purchase over the time that you've been kind of doing it? I know, and it cannot be your 4-wheel camper. And it's not.
I know. It wouldn't be.
But like, if you talk about like the average overlander, like what is a piece of gear or something that you think is the best purchase?
Kind of like game changing.
And you can't steal Norm's fridge either.
Damn, I was just gonna.
I got a national parks pass. That's kind of
that
cool.
helps.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's killer.
Get into all
handy.
those free now.
Well, yeah, I would say you don't even need one. Like military, you don't.
Yeah, but you still have to have the card.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a disabled veteran, they get the card, and now I can get into any place free.
That's awesome.
I can get on the fast trackers for free now.
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. You just have to register your transponder.
Oh wow, that's rad though. That's good.
Can you register? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
You earned it.
Favorite. I don't know if like favorite purchase or just something that kind of changed it for me, making overlanding. And
when you first. How about this? How about when you first started?
Yeah. I would have to say, going to a rooftop tent from a ground tent made it so going out was that much more accessible and easy for me. I didn't have to. Yeah, I just didn't have to pack tents and do all that. And then my daughter wanted to come with me more because we had that, so we were able to go out more. And it just lived on the truck. So like all we had to do is jump in the truck, turn it on, and drive. And wherever we go, we can camp.
Food and clothes.
And clothes. Throw it in there. We're on the road, and everything just lived in the truck. And I think that was probably one of like. I mean, I know we've said I ground tent and all that stuff, but I think that was probably what made it more enjoyable for me and got me out more. Is actually having a rooftop tent.
And we all start off ground tent.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've all done it our whole lives.
Except for my kid. I don't think she's ever slept in a ground tent.
My kids have.
The shift pod, I think.
Yeah, the shift pod, yeah.
But other than that, like she slept in there once. But other than that, no.
Yeah, we took all our boys up to Yosemite all the time. We were on the ground the whole time and just had a great time.
Oh yeah. That's how I grew up. Yeah,
for sure. Just make sure you got a good sleeping bag.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I have so many different sleeping bags. I started out with a mummy bag. It was like I went to an army surplus store, or it was like a survival prepper type store or whatever. They bought used gear from the military guys.
Like Rancho Army over here or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it was in Lake Elsinore. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was a mummy bag, and it was really nice. And I bought the bivy bag that snapped into it, so I still have that. But I realized that I don't like being confined. Like the mummy bag makes your legs touch each other and everything else.
You can't spread out.
No, like maybe in cold weather because your body wants to retain heat a little bit better. But I started getting a different sleeping bag, and that was a big game changer for me. Probably not my biggest, but if I was to ask myself the same question,
I was going to ask you. So
go ahead, ask me.
So Ben, what would be the most game changing piece of equipment you've bought?
And you can't use Norm's.
And you can't use the refrigerator or rooftop tent. No.
Yeah, you can, rooftop tent and refrigerator. You're out.
That's the best.
You're going to say the invention of a cell phone. No.
Yeah. The best part about this definitely going last.
The Wii Boost. No.
Oh, God. You know what? Okay, hold on. My favorite purchase that Patrick made was the Wii Boost.
That actually saved your ass.
Because it actually saved my ass one time.
It worked?
It worked.
Oh, yeah,
we were out in the ends of Borrego, and I had to use it, and I had one bar, and it had to do with I was getting a shipment
insurance company or something.
No. It was like T-Mobile or something. I forget what it was. But I was on the line with like customer service because they were shipping me a phone, but it was going to end up double charging me. Anyways, his Wii Boost saved me.
Yeah.
No, but my favorite purchase, I would have to say, and actually it was a gift. It was my Christmas gift, I believe, if I remember correctly. Pop-up fire pit.
I remember when you got it, because when you got it, that's when I went and got one.
And we pitch that thing all the time on here, but I'm telling you, it literally, you go to a lot of campsites and they don't have a ring of fire, right? They don't have, or some people have, like I even bought the flat pit. It was just that this dude down in San Diego was cutting them out of steel, and I still have it, and you can cook on it and everything else. It's not great for like a fire. It's great for like a cooking source, right? And it was real heavy, but the pop-up fire pit is like literally the easy up for fire pits. Yeah. And they have so many accessories that you can literally do so many things on it with, right? You can cook on it. You can have load bars to have extra like heavier logs. It has like the little ash catcher underneath if you're trying to leave no trace, because a lot of times you're not supposed to do that. So I would say that and a sleeping bag change. That's why I brought up the whole mummy bag thing.
Yeah.
I got a new sleeping bag, Teton to be exact, from Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah, I just got Zoe and I got Tetons now.
That's what we went out and bought.
They're cheap. They're great.
Before we went on our first one, we bought
they don't pack down super tiny or anything. They're like back, but they're like comfy.
But I got a truck. I just throw it in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what I was saying about the fire pit is that it has so many accessories, and I've used it every single time I go out. I'll let people borrow it. But hopefully everybody has bought one now.
I think
and they used our code because you get 25% off.
When I went to Colorado, I remember you talking about the pop-up pit. And one of the things that I loved about it was when we got up in the morning, and I mean, it's cold, butt-ass cold in the morning, come out, I get the fire going, I sit down right next to it, and I put my feet under it and get that heat coming
That's what it is.
Feet all toasty.
Oh, my goodness,
so
man.
You don't have to worry about burning. And
that was
toes, man.
I've used that pit. I use it every time I go out, man. I love that thing.
Even if there is a fire ring, I'm like, no, I got this.
Yeah.
I'd rather use that.
I'd rather use a pop-up fire pit because actually the air underneath helps it burn better. Yeah. You don't have to deal with like
a lot of times there's those big metal drums and like the fire's down in there, and like you got to be standing over it. And if you're going to get any heat, you're getting all the smoke and
we went up to Cachuma Lake. God bless you. But anyway, went up to Cachuma Lake, and we were at the one site that we had got. It was a spur of the moment. Let's just go. So we went. We pulled in, and they had the buried pit, but we wanted to be over here by the ledge. And
I want the better view.
And Laura goes, "Well, the fire pit's over there." I was like, we got this handled. And we were like 20 yards from where they wanted you to camp, and we were right on the edge amongst the trees, right with a great view. Pop-up pit, cooking on it.
It catches
everything.
the ash, and then when you're done,
Doesn't smoke.
Clean up.
you can dump it into the actual fire pit that's there.
Or your
so easy clean up.
trasharoo or whatever.
That thing,
Or your trasharoo, yeah.
that's such a great piece of gear to have with you. If you don't have one and you're out there camping all the time, that thing is phenomenal.
Can I add one more thing? It was a game changer for me.
All right.
It just came up.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow
Ammo
it?
half price.
No, this is way better. My Zodi shower.
Oh, dude. You're talking about showers. Like
I forgot about that.
We were just talking about a shower.
No, not just a regular shower.
No, we're talking about your Zodi shower.
Yeah, not the road shower that gets like the heat, from the sun. It's like, No, I'm talking like open flame, the burner, heating up the water.
Like the Jelco one?
It's like a big metal.
That big Jelco
like a fire
unit
hydrant.
that they sent?
It's an old school pump action, fire hydrant type thing, fire extinguisher. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like super well built. And man, my first shower and then going to bed clean in a nice sleeping bag was the best ever. So that to me was like a moment of like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
That's the only like real bougie item that I kind of really like.
Yeah, nothing like taking a shower at the end of the day, especially when you've been out and about all day.
Oh, especially if you're like out in Moab during summer and you're all hot and sweaty, nasty.
I was telling you,
man.
like last year when we were in Arizona at the Grand Canyon at the base there, I mean, it was like 90, 95 degrees at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And before we went to bed, I was telling Jared, we were using the tube that I got from you.
Yeah.
And, I just took the air pump, pumped it up, and Laura stood out there and we just stripped down and just sprayed each other down. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it was great.
But in that instance, you don't need the heat source.
It's already hot,
it was already hot.
So it's actually refreshing getting the cool water on you.
Yeah, this year I bought the 5-gallon water jug that's got the battery pack, and you just flip it on, and you got 5 gallons to take a shower.
That's nice.
So that's for this trip. So we'll see how it goes.
I still think if I had to choose one or the other, the Zodi shower or the fire pit, I'd still pick the fire pit.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I do
you
like
could
the
use that
kick-ass.
more often. Yeah.
I like the kick-ass because I'm going to have the
the cube.
Yeah,
Shower tent.
Yeah, the shower tent. Right. That's
what I
is
need.
phenomenal.
I bought one and I gotta reinstall it because I had to move my load bars. But yeah,
This will be the
tall
first.
is
This will
that?
be the first time we use ours.
Is it adjustable as far as like how tall it is in length?
No, if it goes on on length.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I'm gonna
probably
mount mine, but it's gonna be fucking high.
yeah, but it's got the
Is it
straps.
gonna be like hanging to my knees
the
only?
straps are this long.
Oh, you can adjust them?
Yeah, you can bring it up. You can bring the curtain up and down.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, I'd have to
and
drop
you can
pretty
stick it
low.
into the ground too, so it won't
Yeah.
move on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did mine in the garage. I opened it up. Me and Laura were looking at it, going, "This thing's gonna be perfect,"
We can use mine and measure it, and then
Just to
kinda
test it
see.
out, see
Yeah.
before I purchase one. Okay.
Yeah.
And what I did was I set it up, and then we both got in there to see where it was going to be perfect, and then we just taped it up where it was going to be, so it'd always be at the
You
length
knew
that we
exactly
wanted.
where you wanted it. Yeah.
So it worked. It's going to work out good. I look forward to using that. I haven't used it yet. I bought it last year and never used it,
Looks cool on
so
there.
I'm using it this time.
Yeah. I mean, you're constantly evolving your gear and your setups. There's like new products coming out all the time. I mean, like shoot, half the stuff we're giving away. It didn't exist when we started.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Perfect example. I'm looking at a 4122 hitch slide.
Oh yeah. Chilling right there.
That didn't exist when we started.
Nope.
Because Nepo came up with it when he was going to Moab randomly,
He
which was
did.
after we started.
Yeah.
They had like the big old shovel things, and Patrick bought that big old shovel thing from Jeff.
Yep.
And then it's like, this is like so much better.
Super simple, lightweight. Yeah.
Well, like you said, I mean, from the very beginning, I mean, there's a million ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody camps different. You just got to find what works for you. It's the truest thing you could ever do. Find what works for you that you're going to be comfortable with.
You know what works for me? More whiskey.
I was just gonna
whiskey.
say,
Let's,
let's crack that bad boy open.
Let's crack that one open this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us and drinking with us, man.
I hope you're all if you're at home, not driving, I hope you're drinking with us.
Yeah.
For the 100th episode.
100, man.
Today, we're above average.
Above average, yes. Only because you brought the Breckenridge and just bought us this bottle of, what was it? The Bank?
The bank,
Yeah.
baby.
The Bank.
Bank Street,
Bank
Kentucky
Street.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Thanks,
let me
Jess,
finish
if you're
this out.
listening. Appreciate you.
She's listening saying, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. We're drinking the whiskey you got us. 100 episodes. And also, while he's like pouring us some whiskey, we still have our giveaway. And I know this is going to air on Friday. We are going to we're not selecting. The computer is going to select it for us.
Yeah, we'll have whatever people do with the fancy wheelies.
Yeah, the wheel of fortion there.
Oh, so me bringing you the whiskey,
No, there's no extra entries.
Norm, sorry.
Extra entries. I'm sorry. You know, it'd be really funny, and I hope I'm not like jinxing it right now. But like, I'm gonna have a few people over, to kind of have some tacos or whatever, because it's Cinco de Mayo coming up.
Yeah, it is.
And if somebody who's with us wins,
it better not be fucking Twig Rig.
Yeah, it's gonna be Adam.
It's everything.
It's gonna be Adam.
Yeah, we almost need to make a stipulation like if you're with us, that means you can't win.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
But I also don't want to exclude.
No, it's got to be if you've been
fair.
on the podcast, you're not eligible to win.
Oh,
Well, that's Twig Rig. He's not everybody.
That's what I'm saying. You're not eligible.
Sorry.
Yeah, but no, we have some really good items. So I mean, hey, we're gonna shut it down on probably like noon on Friday. You want to just call it noon on Friday, because then we can have time to kind of like go through the list and.
I thought we were calling it on Thursday, the day before yesterday.
Oh dang! Well, if you're listening to this, you're already cut.
Too late,
man.
motherfuckers.
Too late.
Nah, we can
We can do it on noon.
We'll do it at noon.
It'll be easy. I have an idea. I've already been playing with it.
We've got a long list of people who have been entering.
We have a long.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we've got a long list of people that we haven't decided who's gonna win yet.
Yeah.
No, we're not choosing, man.
But we got to go through, because they had to have
Yeah.
You have to
follow.
like.
They have to like the post. They have to follow the people doing the giveaway, and us.
Yeah, 'cause,
obviously,
like,
I'm
well,
hoping they follow us anyways. But
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is
and then
like,
tag 2 of their friends.
And they've had to camp with you guys.
no, that's not
I'm
stipulation,
kidding.
no.
I hope not.
No, but I mean, hey, this giveaway, we really appreciate the people that stepped up and hooked us
Yeah.
up. I mean, we have the hitch slide that I already mentioned from Nepo 4122. If you don't win it, go buy one.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
And then you have, I have one in front of me right now, trigger control. Rory over at Trigger AAC Customs, he gave us this Bluetooth relay, and a lot of people don't understand what this is.
Yeah. They're like, what is this?
They're like, what is this?
It's actually rad, though.
It's super rad. So it's a Bluetooth relay, and you get to plug it in instead of like one of your light switches, because a lot of people, they've already wired up and they have all these like switches and everything. You can actually plug this in instead and then control it with the app on the phone.
Yeah, so you don't need one of those like Switch Pros or the actual little panel thingy. You don't have to install all that. You just have that thing, and you can do it off your phone.
Yeah,
Actually, pretty rad.
it's super dope, and it's super small, simple, Bluetooth 4.0.
People are so smart.
Yeah, dude, this is the evolution, man. I mean, this didn't exist, until they brought it here.
I was doing the little toggle switches and shit, old school. And my
Land
Rover's got all that. I could get one of those for the Land Rover.
Yeah, and I mean, literally
Using LS.
Yeah, he's a lot of shit in the Land Rover.
Yeah, last week we had on Rescue.
Yeah,
And
Tony Adventure Power Solutions bought one from him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I don't know if he used our code. I hope he did.
Yeah, well, he said on the episode, he's like, yeah, I'm releasing a code, and hopefully it worked.
Yeah, hopefully it worked.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of good medical gear. We have Botus jerky. Duh.
He already gave us all the jerky, and I was fucking hungry today, and I almost dipped into it. I'll just buy another bag real quick and replace it. But
no,
you
I didn't
can.
do it. I didn't do it.
Dude, I went to
He's
Riggs
always
and
sold
Brews.
out.
Yeah, I went to Riggs and Brews. I walked right over to him. I go,
did you
Robert.
not listen to the podcast where I said, make sure you buy it before noon?
I know.
You have 1 hour to buy jerky.
Dude, I think I want to say I got there at like 10:30, quarter till 11.
Yeah,
and
you were there early.
I walked over to him and said, dude, I need the teriyaki jalapeno, man. Oh, sold out.
Yeah, because I bought one of the last ones.
I was like, what? I was like, dude. He goes, well, I'm going to make some more. And I go, well, I need some before I go on my trip.
Oh, he'll mail it out.
He goes, he goes, okay, let me know.
Use our discount code. Don't be like me.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. It is AO10. AO10, you get 10% off. It'll help with the shipping.
He's such a solid guy, man.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He tells me
Robert's
too.
awesome.
He just goes, he goes, before you leave, he goes, hit me up a week or two before you leave. He goes, I'll send you over a bunch of bags.
Fresh.
And he goes, I'm going to send you over a couple of new flavors that I want you to try.
Oh, shit. He's hooking you up with a new flavor?
Oh, shit.
I just said, no problem, bro. I said, dude, just put 10 bags aside. I'm getting 10 bags for the trip.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
man.
he goes, okay, for sure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he gets cleaned out quick. Like freaking AIM bought like 24 bags or something.
Okay, why you got to put him on blast like that?
No, I think that's what it was.
Rad, dude.
I think that's what it was.
He cleaned them out, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, hey, do you have jerky for sale? And he's like, oh yeah, I still have a ton, because it was like 11:15.
Yeah.
Like they just opened Riggs and Brews, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll take like 5 of those, 6 of those, 4 of those.
That's what he told me. As soon as I asked for the teriyaki, I think it was the teriyaki jalapeno.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh yeah, we don't have any of that left." And I was like, "Dude, it's not even 11 yet."
Ones, dude.
Yeah.
The
He goes,
jalapeno.
"Yeah," and then he goes, "Well, I've got these samples you could try." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah. Twist my arm.
They were still good.
Yeah. So I mean,
he's got a bunch of flavors too. Like I think he gave us like 6 bags. So whoever wins
they get a shit ton of jerky.
Yeah, whoever wins the bonus jerky freaking prize, like, wow, dude. Like,
and if you don't win, you get 10% off with AO10. AO10, baby. Order your jerky. And, you know, sometimes people forget about it. You know what I mean? What's one thing that everybody takes camping with them?
Jerky.
Food.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Get some.
Whiskey.
Road snacks. Yeah, whiskey
Pistols.
and jerky.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that just me?
No, it's a lot of people.
Was I thinking out loud again?
You were. It's the whiskey talking right there. And then who else? We have Liquid Molly.
yeah.
So check this out. We're doing a video this weekend.
Are you? Okay.
Liquid Molly on my Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Because I need an oil change. And he's like, dude, we're going to use all the products. I'm like, holy shit, how many products you got? He's like, dude, we got like 7 products we're going to use.
Oh, shit. Fucker's going to be running top.
Yeah. So the first one's like an engine flush. So it like clears it all out. It's kind of interesting. You pour this additive in the oil and then you let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes and it clears everything out.
It gets all the gunk.
Yeah. Don't drive it with it on, but you just like let it idle for like 10, 15 minutes. And then you do your oil change. You do the drain.
Yeah.
You do the refill. And then you add in there's 2 different options. There's a Ceramic Tech or Ceramatech, whatever it's called. It's good for 30,000 miles.
Oh, shit.
And multiple oil changes.
Oh, it just like coats it all.
It
basically?
coats the cylinders. It does everything. It's like super awesome. And then after that, like you're supposed to alternate with the MOS2, which is like their oil additive to make it, better. So we're doing like all of these things. And there's like an octane booster. Then he's got his fuel system cleaners. He's got like,
yeah, I got that fuel system. I almost need to get another one because I think it only does like 20 gallons.
Yeah, it's like up to 20 gallons.
Yeah, and I got over 40-gallon tank. So
that's because you got that non-California, compliant gas tank, long range.
So I actually need to add 2 of those before I do it. So, but yeah, before my next trip, I'm going to throw those.
That stuff works too, man.
Yeah,
like I said, I worked for an oil company for 12 years.
Yeah,
Big Oil. I work for Big Oil.
Big Oil. Yeah,
and we saw all these things, and they all work.
Yeah,
I mean, if you do what they say they're going to do, they're all.
Use them properly.
Extends the life of your motor, and if you think about it,
they're all
overlanding. You're putting a lot of stress on there because you have a heavy load,
slow speed, high rev to go into
all the extra
hills,
weight.
all the extra, extreme temperatures.
Take care of your truck, man.
Because everybody, the people that love to go, hey, we like to go out in the snow, we like to go out in the heat and go wheeling. So yeah, that stuff works. That's why they put it. That's why they sell it like SU2000 and Shell, Tectron and Chevron. I mean, they all sell fuel additives, VP Racing Fuel, STP. I mean, it all works. And if you get a really good one and it works good on your engine, you're golden, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
And like Brandon said, he was on a couple episodes ago for Liquid Molly, and he was saying like, yeah, I was skeptical. It's like snake oil, kind of feels like.
We used to get that all the time.
Yeah, dude. No, he's like, no, it legit made it better. So my Mini Cooper has had a hard life. It
looks great though. It sure looks good.
I've put a lot of work in it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
But he's gonna help me out and make the insides better. Let's put it that way. So
purr like a kitten.
That's right, baby. Are we missing any one of those giveaways? No. What else we got?
we got bonus. We got the 4122
trigger.
They're throwing in some 4122. Throwing in some of the
pop
caps for your tires.
Yeah, buddy. Those are so slick, by the way.
I know.
Don't forget. This podcast is sponsored by Trojan Condoms.
Hook it up. No.
Well, we may not be using them.
Too late. We're not using them. They're just sponsored by it.
But so I mean, we have the one we forgot is ourselves.
Oh yeah,
because we have a little swag pack, don't we?
Well, I think we're just going to throw a little bit of swag for every winner,
for all the winners.
So we're going to separate it. So we're going to pull up a name. So somebody wins this prize, somebody wins that prize, and then we're just going to throw in a bunch of our swag with it.
They get to drive your rig for a weekend.
No, no, yeah,
they get to appear. They get to appear on the podcast.
Yeah, no, we are doing a giveaway.
Yeah. We're doing the Little Smokies anyways.
It's a 2-wheel drive Ranger.
Yeah.
That's the other giveaway. Sponsored by Land Beaver.
We are going to do those Little Smokies, but it's getting too hot and like there's nowhere to camp right now. In California.
No.
Everything's closed.
Yeah, California's just closed.
Because we had some rad spots. I went and scouted out some cool spots up in the mountains here, and it's all closed. We can't access it now. So, and then once it does open, it'll be freaking hot. So we're gonna wait till like in the fall, and then we'll do our little camp out.
And then, and hopefully, because we'll have a decent size group, we're also doing the Little Smokies camp out and cook off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll do this. I'll pledge the T-shirts to Little Smokies.
All right.
You know, we're gonna get the we'll have the nice garb.
Yes.
So if you attend, you get the T-shirt.
All right, we're gonna hold you to that. You heard it. You heard it on here first.
No problem. Dude.
Yeah, man.
No problem.
Because like, wasn't it you that actually?
It was me who said it.
Live,
yeah, it was me who said, "What about a Little Smokies camp out?"
Yeah,
baby.
Because we were talking about the ladies' night camp out. We're like, hey, gender equality. Do the guys have their own camp out?
10-4. 10-4. How many times have you been heard chicks only or ladies only?
Yeah, they got the. No Guy 250 or whatever.
Yeah, Redhead Jess is doing a one down.
Yeah, they're getting ready to go. Yep.
I saw that too. No Dude 250. Or is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't want to fuck it up. I'm sorry.
Guys, all chicks, and they're gonna go wheeling.
Well, Little Smokies isn't gonna be all guy.
Well, I think
we're gonna open up to everybody.
Yeah, it's got to be everybody, right? But you got to leave your weapons.
Wait,
There's going to be a lot of whiskey.
How about this?
No weapons.
Yeah,
a lot of whiskey, no weapons.
No, I definitely think we should open up.
To everybody,
lady,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to discriminate, especially in these times. I mean,
no. I'm just saying
assume
that, like,
their gender, Ben.
No, I know.
But whatever gets planned,
if you feel like you have a little smoky in you,
come on. Or maybe you want a little smoky in you. I don't know.
Okay, we're getting a little far here.
But we definitely have to do that.
No, but we are
because I'm planning it out.
But we've got to have it's got to be at a place that can handle enough people, because you put it out there enough, there's going to be a lot of people.
Well, we're going to have to limit it because it'll get out of control.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sign up.
Yes.
It's going to be a sign up
because that way I know how many. That way I know how many T-shirts to get.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a limited sign up, and also if you're coming, you're going to have to participate in the cook off, because it's not Little Smokies for nothing. Okay.
You got to bring something potluck in it.
You know, I'm just going to give a little bit of a teaser here, because it is going to be a thing.
Should we say leave your Timbo Tusk at home though?
No,
we're
absolutely not.
We're that bougie. Everybody bring their Timbo Tusk.
No, we do not discriminate cooking source. Okay, and even it was.
Does Domino's deliver to Thomas Mountain?
That's your entry is Domino's.
You already lost. So I got to give credit where credit's due. So Fastlane Chef Sean.
Yeah, Chef Sean.
He was on a couple episodes ago. He's an actually professional chef.
Actual legit chef.
So we actually are going to have him. He wrote up some of the rules already.
Oh, has he?
Dude, look at this.
Oh, shit.
He even put on here. He's like,
he got the tag.
He put in quotes.
I haven't seen that.
Do you even scottle, bro?
Exactly.
Awesome,
so that's why we got.
Exactly.
And I know Twig Rig is going to bring out his. I know he's going to be there. He's going to have his 2-burner jet boil system. And
I've got one of those.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm honestly hoping that the Rough Racks. Sam.
Yeah,
that's his name,
Rough Racks with his new kitchen system comes out.
He's got to come out. Dude. And he's a good cook, man.
Yeah, he's got his kitchen system dialed in too.
There's going to be some competition. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But so let me just get to some of these rules. Obviously, safety first. You know,
of course.
Sharp knives, you're cooking heat sources, safety second. I mean,
well, that dulls it down a little bit.
But
where's the adventure, dude?
but here's where it gets interesting. So any cooking equipment can be used, even scottles. So
that's what I said.
We don't want to discriminate.
The scottles, right?
And then also the assigned. Okay, so they're going to have certain ingredients that are required. They must be incorporated into the final dish.
I like
it's
that.
like chopped, right?
Yeah. I don't know though, because everybody's going to have their own spin on something.
Exactly, but they have to include a key ingredient that is going to be, obviously told beforehand.
Pepper?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
Salt,
it might be a little smoky. I don't know.
Okay,
a little smoky in there.
But yeah, but he's going to assign an ingredient that, because we want to make it like fun, right?
Yeah,
and it's not something you would normally include in one of your dishes, but you have to get creative. So that's going to be one of the things. And obviously you are allowed to share ingredients and cooking sources. So if you don't have something
right,
and your competition is willing, then you can do it. So,
and it has to be made on site.
It has to be made on site. There's no prep. There's nothing. You have to, if you're going to be dicing up your onions or whatever you're going to be doing, you got to do it there.
Drop your tailgate, cut them up on your mountain hatch.
Mountain hatch. Yeah, man. We need to get some sponsors for this one.
Right?
Wait a minute. I have a mountain hatch.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was like one of my first purchases.
Yeah. So
I have one too.
Well, dude, I will say this, dude. I'm a killer yellowtail burgers. I'm a killer ribeye guy.
That could be your thing.
So who knows? We'll see.
We don't know what the ingredient's going to be, and I most likely will be provided because we don't want people to know what it is and kind of prepare for
Day
it.
of.
It's going to be a day of game time decision. You're going to be like, oh, shit, that's the ingredient?
I got to add jelly beans to my fucking chili? What the fuck? No.
Yeah, hey.
That's dessert.
Hey, you got to get
Poured
creative.
in and out, you put the jelly beans in your vodka.
That's what I was going to say. You know, and it even one of I'm not going to give away all the rules yet because we're still defining all these things, but we want to get people excited for this, you know, and so we're going to have a sign up. It's going to be judged by a legit chef.
Yep.
You know, and some average overlanders.
Some average chef.
Some guys who are like, yeah, I like Del Taco.
I just like to eat, dude.
I like Del Taco. Chipotle's always good. Yeah. Well, you got to figure out where you're going to do it first. You got to have
I've got a couple of spots picked out where we can fit at least 10 vehicles in there.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's select company, though. I mean, that's 10 vehicles, and
we don't want to get out of control, obviously. And so you got like 10 people cooking is going to be, you know, well, I don't know if they're all cooking. Some of us are going to be eating. I'm not cooking shit.
Well, if I'm providing the T-shirts,
nobody wants what I'm cooking.
You could probably be one of the judges, man.
There we go.
Yeah, but I want you to go catch the damn fish and then bring it and then cook it.
Oh yeah, it'll be vacuum sealed, ready to rock.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, it'll be just killer, dude.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
On the nice brioche roll, the sriracha. I mean, it's legit.
Man, I'm excited for this camp out, man. But like you said, we can't do it during the summer because it's gonna be too hot.
The fall's that's a good idea in the fall.
That's what I think. Yeah,
it's a good like end of camping.
And you can still have like open fire. Hopefully, at that time, we can do. You know, the fire ban will be off, and then we can actually have.
Might have to go into Anza Borrego to
maybe cook over the open fire. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? I prefer the pines.
I'm 100% with you.
It is what it is. We'll
but if we have to, we have options. Mm-hmm. We just don't want to be hot and sweaty and gross.
Well, that's where the kick-ass comes into play.
Yeah, baby.
Shower time.
Start charging $5 for showers.
I was gonna make a very bad joke,
I know, right?
Not on the air. Not on the air. I'll text it to you.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah,
no shower tents allowed.
Yeah, right.
But showers encouraged.
Nope.
Yeah, you know, it'd be awesome is if we could find some sort of some hot spring or something.
The only one I know, like that Saline Hot Springs in Death Valley.
Oh, yeah, everything's up north, like 395.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's all closed down anyways.
Yeah, nothing right.
They usually have fire bans all year round anyways. Ah, man. All right.
Well, the Little Smokies is definitely something that's got to come to fruition.
It's happening. We're already kind of planning it. We're going to figure it out. There's going to be some criteria. It'll be a good time. So, 100th episode, you heard it here first. Norm's providing the shirts. We'll provide the secret ingredient.
All you got to do is give me a number of people. Like you said, it's going to be a select amount of people.
Yeah, maybe.
And you can bring your families. That's good.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But the main cook, that's who gets the shirts.
Yeah, and it's going to be numbered. Chef number 2.
It'll be something like like a Little Smokies wearing a sombrero, and it'll say first annual average Overlanders.
You gotta have like the little chef hat, you know, like the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Got the Gordon Ramsay smock on.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Have him yelling at somebody.
Dude, it'll be hooked.
I'm gonna get the Guy Fieri spiked blonde hair wig.
So Madison Shea. If you want somebody to create like a great logo for the shirt, she is the person to go to.
I've done. I coached travel baseball for 25 years.
You got some hookups.
So every time we do shirts for the kids, man, it's like we have to buy like 50 shirts and get them all designed and everything. And so it's not a problem, man.
Nice.
We can make that. We'll make it happen for sure. But I can guarantee you one thing: there won't be a Tacoma on it.
No Tacoma. No, I mean, you can bring your Tacoma.
Bring your Tacomas are encouraged.
Yeah.
I see too many Tacomas.
We got Guardians of Bravery.
And they're so awesome.
He does shirts out local and stuff. Yeah.
They're so awesome. But this shirt will last just as long as your Tacoma engine.
Yeah. 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles.
Yeah, and you can wear it at, what is it, that ugly Christmas party sweater engagement? That's what the shirt's
yeah, man.
Like.
Oh shit,
it's gonna be phenomenal.
It's
dude.
you know what's funny?
It'll be phenomenal.
I'm scared now.
You know what's funny? In like 20 years from now, some guy at a thrift store is gonna be like, "Look at this find,
vintage, baby.
Vintage little Smokies camp out, first annual, brother."
Then they're gonna start looking it up.
I need
First
to get
founded in 2023.
We'll have our own Wikipedia page. We gotta make it happen, dude.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm gonna save it for the cookout. I had an idea, but I'm gonna save it.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
gonna
want
save
to
it?
give it away.
What, a dish idea?
No, just something else.
Oh, okay.
Is this going to be? So this will be like a Saturday, Sunday. The judging will
Yeah,
be Saturday
it'll be a
night.
camp
Saturday night.
It'll be
It'll
a
be a
Saturday
camp out.
night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll all
Right,
get
right.
there, hang out, camp, eat, hang out.
Everybody be trying to separate so nobody can see what you're doing.
Nah, man. They all got it in their set power fridges, man.
Yeah, right.
You can't see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ingredients
Right.
in black boxes.
Can you imagine what that's going to smell like as you're
it's gonna be
walking
amazing,
around?
dude.
Everybody's trying to outdo everybody.
Dude, there's some good chefs out
We're gonna have to
there.
bring some freaking bear spray. Attract all the bears.
Yeah.
It smell good.
Some would say I look like a bear. Sorry, wrong website.
That's your OnlyFans.
Yeah. Only Landers.
Only Landers.
100th episode. You're hearing it here first.
Oh my God. What have we done to ourselves? All right, getting back to the evolution of overlanding. I'm curious. So we talked about the one game-changing piece of gear.
That's good whiskey, by the way.
It is
that was
actually. I was
actually good, too.
pleasantly
Thank you,
surprised.
Jess.
Thank you, Jess. We talked about some gear. Now let's talk about where do you think overlanding's going? Like, what is your vision and your prediction, if you will, for overlanding? I don't know, Jared, you want to go first or?
I've noticed, not that's a bad thing, but I've noticed it slowing down and a lot of people kind of getting out of it, but I almost see that as a good thing.
Yeah.
Because those who are like really about it and really enjoy it, not those like weekend warriors who are like just doing it part-time, which is nothing wrong with that, but like the people who aren't really about it, they're kind of like, okay, I got other shit to do now. I'm going to sell all my shit, blah, 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 blah. And it leaves it more open for all of us to enjoy. So I'm not hating on it. And like prices are going to start dropping. I've noticed a lot of, and this is something I've noticed with a lot of like, the YouTube people, whoever Lifestyle Overland, Venture Forward, all these guys. And I was joking around about it the other day. Their Epic Family Road Trip, they went from being like full time on the road, this is what we do. We're living on the road for like years. Now all of a sudden they're switching to like, I just bought a house and I'm fixing up my house. Like your channel,
now it's I want a base camp now.
Yeah, I want a base camp in my home or my cabin.
Base camp in Orange County.
LLOD, Last Line of Defense. His channel switched to him like building his dream home in Colorado. Epic Family Road Trip has been their cabin in.
It's all the van lifers. They're like, God damn it, this sucks.
No,
Venture Forward.
$395 junkie.
Yeah,
bought
same
the
thing.
place in Idaho, built it up, and said, "We're done.
Yeah.
come back to here. Come back to SoCal."
Yeah. So a lot of people are just like switching from that full-time overland lifestyle, and maybe they just got tired of it. They're on the road for 3 years. You get kind of burnt
done
out.
it. Yeah.
And now they're switching to like the homesteading.
Which is kind of cool. I like this shit.
some of it's
I love
fun,
the
dude.
homesteading. I would love to have a ranch,
Oh,
go
same.
pan for some gold. You know what I
that'll
mean?
be me. Hopefully in 7 years, I'm going to be doing the homesteading thing. So
Yeah.
we'll take over.
2024, man.
That's your goal.
2024, I'm retiring. Me and the wife are retiring. Not this Christmas, next Christmas. And one of the reasons why we're going on the trip that we're going is we want to go through Montana and we want to go through Wyoming.
Yeah, that's why we're going north through Idaho and Montana, because we want to do some scouting.
Yep, we're taking 3 days to go through.
You guys are a couple of years too late though, because prices have shot up like
yeah.
crazy
Oh, yeah.
because of all
for
this
sure.
COVID stuff.
For sure.
And
everybody can work remotely, so they're moving out. I don't
and now
live in LA.
what's funny you say that is like a lot of companies are not hiring remote anymore.
Yeah,
it's
they're
either
making people
hybrid or
coming
full
back.
time.
Yeah.
So I think that's also why a lot of people are transitioning back to, okay, I can't just be driving
working
around
on-
with a Starlink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's a good observation.
Yeah, no, I see it slowing down, but like I said, I don't see it as a bad thing. I think it's actually beneficial because I think it was there's that the overland tax was crazy and everything was inflated and stupid pricing, even on vehicles, everything was just out of control. Now everything's kind of settling down a little bit, the economy's a little shaky, so people are kind of tightening up a little bit, so prices are dropping, but that benefits us.
I cruise by so many lots, and I'm seeing so many Jeeps and Gladiators and built-up trucks, all parked on the used car lots.
Yep.
So you guys were saying that, way back when. I remember hearing you guys saying that, hey, just a matter of time, the fad's going to end, and you ride the roller coaster down, and that's the time to strike if you have the cash. If you like doing what we do.
Yeah. I mean, it's never going to go away, I don't think, obviously. I mean it's been around for like ever. I mean, people have been doing this, for...
They made a video game called The Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Right. It's been around forever.
Yeah, it's been around forever. It's just evolved, and so it's always going to be around, and people are always going to enjoy the outdoors. So I think it's, it's just going to, slow down, weed out a few people here and there, and then the strong will survive. I have no problem with it. I'm happy with it, the way it's going.
I mean, my dad was talking about it because we were like, oh, what's going to happen, this and that, and he was saying, yeah, I mean, the reason why there's all these people now getting into camping and buying all this expensive stuff, and they could afford it because they're not spending all their money at restaurants and bars and going out. And because if you really calculate how much you spend on a bar tab, like one night will be like between you and your wife, $500 between food, travel, parking, going to a show, this and that, you're spending $500.
Yeah.
And and that right there, you're halfway to a Princey rack,
Dude, every time we go out somewhere, I'm like, we'll go out to dinner, have drinks, do all this stuff, and it'll be like $150, $200.
I'm so disappointed.
And like every time I'm like, dude, I could have bought some cool shit with that.
Yeah.
That could have been like
exactly. And so when the pandemic happened, everything got shut down. They had nowhere to spend their money, and they're like, the only thing I can do is like go out into nature.
They got their stimmy checks.
They got their stimmies. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but when we were all on lockdown and everything, everybody, I know myself, I became so much better at barbecuing and preparing food. Me and my wife, we became so much better. Now we go out to eat.
You could go to restaurants.
50% of the time we're disappointed.
Oh yeah,
we're like,
that's because you haven't been
I just paid all this money for this. I could have done it at home way better.
I was telling you, I was in Palm Springs this past Saturday, and my wife and my sister-in-law, we all went out for a Mexican. We each got like a couple of tacos and something. The bill came, it was $100.
Yeah,
I was like, are you kidding me?
And then tip.
The tip was, hurry up next time.
Right?
I've been sitting at this table for too long.
You know where we need to go though is the barn. We need to go to the barn. So Chef Sean, he that's
invited me a couple of times, but it's like always been like on a Thursday, and I got to work Friday morning, and it's just hard.
That's off the 15, right?
215.
215.
Riverside, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's right by UCR.
Yeah, I've been like, and they have like shows and stuff. You're like, oh, this band's playing, like, and we're like, oh, that'd be rad. And I'm just like, oh, dude, I'm like, I can't make it this week.
Well, he talked about how they smoke briskets.
I remember that.
So
I remember that episode.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. You gotta go check it out. So I mean, I gotta go check it out myself.
Yeah, same.
But don't you feel like you got so much better at cooking and smoking meat and everything, being at home all the time?
Oh yeah,
you got creative.
You had to, yeah.
Oh, we just came out with all kinds of things.
But you know what? My biggest takeaway from all that is I know I went out a lot. I know I traveled a lot. We went camping all the time. I almost feel like I kind of squandered away a lot of that time, though.
Well, you kind of like,
because you're young,
this is how
still.
it is. So I figured it's never going to end. And but looking back, I'm like, dude, I wish I'd done more.
Now I'm working my ass off, and I don't have any time to do anything. And I'm traveling to Woodland Hills, which is like 81 miles in LA traffic. It's like 3 hours to get there. Like, I mean, Jared knows because we talk every morning, but it's like, I feel like I kind of wasted away some of that time. I look back, I've done a lot of stuff like during that time. But so it's not like, I didn't do anything. But
you had all that free time. It's like, dude, I should have, like you're saying, like, I should have gone to Alaska. I should have just like.
But we also didn't know when it was going to end.
Yeah, we just in that phase where it felt like it's going to go like this for a while. So we're good. I'm just enjoying it, taking my time. But
it lasted a solid 2 years, man.
Yeah, gas prices were low. Right when it kicked off.
Well, you know what? We're all busy living our lives.
Yeah.
You got families, you got responsibilities and everything, and you discover this, and you're happy when you can get out on a weekend.
Yeah.
But now as you get older, you really start appreciating the time that you have off.
Yeah.
When you get away. For myself, like I said, I'm 58. I'm going to be 60 next next Christmas. And me and my wife just decided, you know what? We're retiring. We're going to work the rest of this year. We're going to work next year, retire. And that's one of the reasons why we're taking these trips and going all over the place, because we want to see parts of the country we haven't been. Now we're gonna mix in some fun. I mean, we know we love we love Prescott, we love Flagstaff, we love Colorado, Durango, Silverton, Ouray. We just those places. If we could find a place there, we'd move tomorrow. But you got to get out, because there's always something's going to stand in your way. Oh, I can't get away because of the kids. I can't get away because of work. I can't get away because
always making excuses.
There's always a reason. The gas prices are too high. There's 1,000 reasons. At some point, you have to just say, you know what, we're just going. That's it. You just got to put everything on hold sometimes.
I can't come up with it right now, but there's a song that I listen to. It's a good song. It's so good I can't remember it. But basically, what they talk about is like, the young kids always they're dumb because they always think there's tomorrow.
We all thought that.
There's always tomorrow. Oh, there's always tomorrow, but there's not. Like, get out today.
You have to, because
seize the day. Carpe diem.
I've been very lucky. I've been to more countries than I have states. So for me, I'm getting to see states now that I've never been to. And I'm just like, this is so awesome. And now, before as a kid, we used to go camping, but not like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool.
And now you're older and you have your own stuff and you can camp the way you want to camp, not like how your parents camped.
And now I can afford to do the things and go the places I want to go.
Yeah.
That's the cool part.
You're still a kid, but now you have adult money.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Exactly.
That's what
like you said, like in what is it, Step Brothers, when they've got the
even better. Yeah. Now we got it when we're 40.
Imagine if we had these night vision goggles when we were kids.
Even better.
Yeah, but if you can do it now, that's why a lot of the people that I follow on Instagram, they're going out all the time. Sergio's going out, Rafa, these guys are going out all the time, and I'm like, dude, I like to see those young guys going out there doing all that.
Oh yeah, I wish I started, because I'm, I don't even know how old fucking I am. I think I'm gonna be 48 here.
Let's just round it up to
50-ish. And but I always did off-roading, and I'm not regretting anything I did back when I was younger. But I wish somebody hey, check out this type of camping and stuff like that when I was in my 20s, because I would have a 20-year head start on what I'm fucking doing right now.
But see, when you used to go off and you used to go to Akatia, you'd blowing around the desert and having great times and everything.
That's why I say I don't regret any of that. It was just different.
But now you go up to the Pines, where it's just solitude and it's quiet and it's beautiful and the air is crisp, and you're it's a different kind of appreciation now.
I think as you get older, you appreciate. I think I saw something about that today where they're saying as you get older, you start to maturity. With maturity, you start to appreciate the peacefulness and the quiet, not drama and all. And going out to when I was younger in my 20s, going out to the desert and racing around and doing all that, there's drama. There's
looking for hot chicks.
Yeah, where the chicks at? Where there's people fights and
I bet she'll like my long travel Ranger
parties and people going crazy and that was fun when I was younger. But now as you mature, you kind of want the quiets and
See, in the Marine Corps, you just trade MREs for that.
Yeah, true. Hey, what color?
Back in the younger days,
what color crayons?
2 MREs to get you a lot. Dude.
I got purple
in
crayons.
the Philippines.
Oh my god. Oh, this guy. 100th episode. You heard it here first.
Episode. Just keeping it real, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Just keeping it real.
No, it makes sense, man. But at the same time, it's all ththose other experiences may have made it.
That's what makes
so that you appreciate.
Right.
Yes. It led to that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you who you are, and how your appreciation changes all the time. What's important to you when you were in your 20s isn't going to be what's important to you when you're in your 50s or 40s or 50s. Yeah. You're going to see, and you've got kids and you just want to see them appreciate the same things that you appreciate.
That definitely helps.
You take your daughter out and she start, when you first take her out.
Excitement in her eyes.
When you first take her out, she's like, I don't know. I'm kind of bored. Now she's like, dude, when are we going?
Yeah. Where are we going? Let's plan. Yeah, I want to go to this place.
Yeah. When you start saying, hey, let's go to Yosemite. Let's go do this. Let's go to Yellowstone. They're like, oh, dude, they're just all aboard it. I was when I was a kid, my mom and dad worked and, we didn't go anywhere. It was just a grind. So now my kids, I used to take them camping all the time. And then I got away from them because I was like forced camping in different countries.
Trading MREs.
It's like everybody's like, hey, I love go. I was telling my wife, everybody goes out to, Anza-Borrego. We love it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I was like, oh. I've camped in the desert.
Sand,
It's just brutal. It gets in everywhere. I hate it. You know? But I can appreciate it. I mean, it is beautiful. The first, 20 times I was there. And then I'm like, oh my God. That's why when you were saying, I prefer the trees, I prefer the altitude. I mean, that's what I love. I love it up there.
That's kind of what I always associated with camping. My dad used to take us up to like Christopher Creek and all these other places up, in the pines.
Depends on what you grow up with. Like people on the East Coast never experience, or wherever you're from, maybe you don't experience desert. So you've never,
to them, that's the
they're
best
like, holy crap, this is crazy. Like, never seen sand dunes and all that, so.
Or if you like to go wheeling, to get out there in those.
The rocks.
You can fly out there and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I guess for me, I'm just like, I want to get away from people.
Nowadays I do.
You want your good food, the people that you're with, you're cool with, they make you laugh, you have a good time while you're out there.
Yeah.
That's really where, and I guess you could do that anywhere, but I prefer to do it with some altitude.
Hey, Nora, right. Home is where the heart is.
Hey, where you made
Did we get too philosophical?
Yeah, no. Live, laugh, love.
Oh. We got Mother's Day. We got Mother's Day coming up.
Yeah, Mother's Day's coming up. But don't forget that, people. I know a lot of dudes listen to this podcast. Don't forget about your moms.
Right.
Mother's Day's coming up.
Right. You're not too hard to love your mom.
Yeah. She may want to kick out a shower tent.
She might want a pop-up fire pit.
Yeah. We got you covered.
Or a subscription to the Average Overlanders.
That's right. Only Landers.
Yeah.
Or the coveted golden ticket to the Little Smokies camp.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, man.
It'll be by drawing only, invite only.
That's right. Yeah. So, okay, talking about a little bit of evolution.
Yeah.
What evolutions of the rigs, man? Where do you see car companies going now with their vehicles?
They're not flying yet? Because when I was a kid, that's all they kept talking about.
I know.
They're going to be flying when you get older.
They're pushing hard the whole EV thing. I don't know if I see that though yet.
They got pickup trucks. Every company's coming out with them.
Yeah, the Rivians and all that. And like Rivian went hard on the camping world.
But they're also in some hot water right now.
That's what I mean. Like, I just don't like... Obviously, I like the idea of it. It'd be rad.
The Rivians are really nice.
They're sweet, but like I just don't see it being a long-term thing. I don't know, unless they make some big improvements.
Black Jimmy Neutron might have a different perspective, but
yeah. Well, yeah, that's if you have the hybrids.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. He's a hybrid guy, so I would agree more with a hybrid solution than just one or the other.
Yeah. You just got to have enough people into it to make it a thing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, really, pretty much. If they said, hey, that's all that these lots are filled with, then that's what we'd all be buying.
Yeah. California was, I don't know if it went through or not, so don't quote me on this, but basically by like 2035, all the big rigs are supposed to be EV. And stuff. So it's like California's making a big push towards
California's going to fuck themselves though.
Probably. They already have, but
that's why I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to screw themselves with like the whole, like they're making all, like you said, like the big rigs, 18 wheelers are delivering our food. Well, what's going to happen when
and they're doing them driverless too. They're starting to invent those.
Have you seen? Okay, because I've seen the Waymos or whatever they call it, where it's like the driverless taxi,
right?
And literally, like there was a funeral procession, and then there was this motorcycle cop. He's trying to direct traffic, and he's like, "Go this way, and they're like, "We don't have a driver. We cannot make this car do anything.
It just goes where it wants to."
And it just kind of like slowly creeped towards him, and it didn't know what to do. It was
I
almost
didn't think about that because it'll be a signal.
Yeah.
But if there's just like some random shit happening, how do they know?
Yeah, and there's a cop trying to direct traffic, but it's not following the cop's instructions. So it's like, do they give it a ticket, or who would they charge with a ticket?
That's a good
Come on, cop friends, let us know.
How many people are they putting out of work when they have these driverless vehicles.
I mean, don't even get me started on AI. AI is going to start taking away a lot of jobs.
It just you cut off your nose to spite your face. You're like, hey, we're not making enough money in the economy.
This whole podcast has been done by AI.
AI, sponsored by ChatGPT.
Yeah,
we're really
our
not
next
here.
episode. We're just going to type in, okay, we're going to talk about this, and this, and produce.
Yeah. No, have you guys seen the AI generated beer commercial?
Dude, they're crazy.
It's so terrible. It's hilarious.
It's crazy though how they can like just put shit together like that.
You can see where it was using the trends and looking at the colors and seeing how they were like adjusting the atmosphere and the scenes and everything. But at the end of the day, they were like drinking out of like the most random things, but it looked like a Bud Light something or other. Right? Because Bud Light did all those types of commercials.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to cars.
What do you think as far as like the trend for overlanding and all that stuff? What do you see changing, or the companies like doing more?
Obviously, I think there's going to be the aftermarket world is so huge and so embedded, and a lot of car companies like the OEMs are actually. It's kind of weird because, like, for example, Chevy, they're coming out with their own version of XYZ, right? So their own suspension. I have a ZR2. I have the DSSV or whatever, the dynamic valving, whatever, the DVVS. I don't even know what it's called. But it's basically like a remote reservoir shock that has dynamic valving and dampening. And so like, that's like super high tech. I don't need to go to an Icon. I don't need to go to a King. Yeah. Could I? Sure. Would it be better for a custom setup? Probably. But most people aren't going to use it that way. And that truck is more capable than anybody would actually need. And so there's always going to be aftermarket. There's always going to be that in custom stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the manufacturers are stepping up. They're including lockers front and rear.
I would say
they're doing this like because Chevy, Toyotas and stuff, they all had rear lockers. My Chevy has a front and rear locker now. Yeah. And it even has the selectable like options for like lights and stuff, right? They have light bars. And another one I just saw released with the Tacoma, they have the JBL unit, the Bluetooth stereo speaker that pops out of the dash. Now, it's funny because I saw this guy do a remix of that video because this guy goes into the new Tacoma, pops out the JBL Bluetooth speaker. He's like, dude, I've been using a Bluetooth speaker for the last 15 years in my dash and his 87 4Runner. Yeah, he has a JBL thing on the front. Yeah. It was hilarious.
And that's the only upgrade you get now for the new edition.
But you kind of see where I'm going. Like they're adding in certain features that people can buy. And
I think the manufacturers, like you're saying, are going to start leaning towards like
there's more money to be made.
Like the Bronco,
the Raptors.
The Bronco alone, they made so many different versions because they saw that aftermarket. Yep. You know.
They're all going to be optioned out. You're going to pay for it. Like we were just talking about the Ranger Raptor.
But you can just roll that into your payment versus having to get it afterwards.
You can finance it versus having to pay out of pocket.
Now you can finance for 10 years.
Yeah. You know that's coming because the interest rates are so high.
Oh, it's only an extra $20 a month for the next 10 years.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
It used to be you'd buy a car and it was a 3-year finance plan.
Yeah.
And then it was 5 years. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But my other prediction, and I was just having this conversation with a former boss who's my good friend. He does a lot of car marketing stuff, and his primary audience is for Mazda. He was telling me there's a rumor. Okay, you heard it here first on the episode. He was talking about how how Mazda has always kind of been like staying away from the hybrid stuff. Yeah. They just went with like super fuel efficient, 4 cylinders and stuff like that.
626, baby.
Dude, Mazda makes phenomenal vehicles. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's Japanese. It's
I drove mine into the ground, man.
Dude, they are amazing. Forever, dude. But the biggest problem, they had this whole concept of the rotary engine, right?
Yeah. Dude, I want an RX-7 so bad.
Dude, the RX-7s are so legit. Yeah. And then they came with the RX-8 and it was a total flop with the Renaissance.
I had a B3000 and I had a Mazda 626.
Yeah, man.
And just ran forever.
Yeah,
it was so good. I beat the crap out of those things.
But he was talking about how the rotary is going to make a comeback.
Oh, really?
Yes. And they were talking about it because rotaries with the oil and gasoline was not so great. No. They were burning oil, all stuff. They're actually taking that same concept of the rotary engine and making it focus on hydrogen.
I was just going to say hydrogen, man.
So I think that's an interesting concept. I'd like to learn more about and like to see more about.
Yeah.
But Toyota's going with a lot of the hybrid stuff and then the full electric. You have a lot of other companies jumping on that bandwagon because there's a lot of government incentives for that.
That's why,
yeah. Well, big oil won't let that happen.
No. And you know what? I think Mazda is playing it real smart. They may be not the biggest player on the block, but I think they got some cool stuff coming.
Interesting. Good to look out for. They don't have any vehicle, like trucks or anything really.
They've focused heavily on the SUV market because for the past 5, 6, 7 years, SUVs have been the number one seller.
Obviously, yeah.
Cars are not where it's at, but they make some really good SUVs, some really cars, and a lot of the SUVs now, they have all-wheel drive. Just like a Subaru, they can go a lot of places, and most people aren't going to use all the extra features.
All the extras, yeah.
And they all look the same. I mean, the Mercedes to the Lexus to the Toyota to even the Kia. I mean, those SUVs all have that same kind of look.
Yeah.
Just the price is different.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Features and silly stuff.
For sure.
There was that one guy. He's transitioned to a van, but he had a Kia Telluride when they first launched it. It was an all-wheel drive Kia Telluride, and he used to pull a trailer with that thing and go overlanding in that thing, man. It did great. So you can do a lot of things with those types of cars.
Primal Outdoors?
Yeah, Primal Outdoors. Yeah.
I was just watching one of his videos today, actually.
He's in a Ford E-Series van now.
Yeah, he got the roof chopped and put the extended roof, the high roof on it.
Yeah. So that's my prediction. What about you, Norm? Where do you see Overland going vehicle-wise?
Vehicle-wise? Well,
just in general, overlanding, I guess, maybe. But
I'll leave it open-ended for you.
I think
100th episode.
We'll leave it.
I just think a lot of it is going to be generated by where you live. If you live in California, I mean, more and more of this stuff is just getting closed off.
Yep.
I was just talking to a guy last night that said that he was at Alabama Hills over the weekend.
Yeah.
And he said there was barely any spots even labeled that they could even camp at now.
That's how Sedona is now.
Yeah. And he said he was lucky enough to get one. And I go, so what did it look like up there? He goes, well, all the spots had people in it, but there was, I think he said west of the movie road, there was no spots.
Well, I heard they had that closed down. But I think they were filming a movie out there.
But he just said when he was up there over the weekend, he said it was brutal. He was really lucky to get a spot. And he goes, it's not like it was before. He said he goes, this was basically my last trip there. I won't go back.
Yeah,
and I was like, sad. Wow. That's what I said. So
yeah,
I just think,
Adam McQueen just went up there and got some spots from AIM, but same thing. It was too busy and over back. Yeah.
So that's why, I mean, people that have real capable rigs are still going to be able to get to the spots that they can get to have that kind of camping experience and overlanding experience. But two-wheel drivers, man, we can't get there unless you got a kinetic rope. Someone can pull you along.
Bring a buddy. Yeah, bring a buddy.
Right. Not a Mr. Buddy Heater, but bring a buddy.
Yeah, I think What's Up Overland's doing a big trip, and they were like, oh, they're going to Menanche Meadows.
Oh, right.
And they're trying to figure out when to go.
I heard it got a little bit more rough.
Well, they said
with all the weather.
Well, yeah, that's what they said. And some of the people were saying, well, what about the snow up there and everything? Say, well, we're trying to determine when to go. And they're like, well, what about two-wheel drives? He goes, well, if you got two-wheel drives, got to be high clearance and you got to have tow points, to be able to get there. They go, but we don't even know if it's going to be open. And with the way that California is going, I mean,
that's another thing.
It's going to be so hard.
And it's not just California, but California definitely is like the majority of it.
We're leading the pack.
Yeah. Like closures, even like Pismo's getting closed down soon. And they're pushing to close down trails all over the place.
Yeah. So that's where I'm saying where the vehicles are going. I mean, unless you're willing to go that extra mile, like build up your rigs like you guys have, and a lot of people have, I mean, the average person is just going to say, well,
Do you think they're going to open up more campgrounds so they can monitor?
I'm sure they are, because they can just raise the prices.
Yeah. Maybe they'll open up more campgrounds because they're closing down more public land because they can see that as a revenue generator.
I don't know. People like me, I mean, for my trips, I mean, I just really started them last year, and here I am following up this year. I mean, I'm going out of state.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people were going to Arizona from California because they could actually have fires and all that stuff. Now, Arizona's closing down a lot of stuff, or at least banning fires, and it's like a slow roll. Yeah. No, that's a good point, man. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't really think about that.
It's really hard because, I mean, they can come up with all the vehicles they want and all the capable vehicles, like the Ranger Raptor, for instance, that's coming out. I mean, they're all part of the Me Too crowd. You know, oh, they came out with the Tacoma. Well, Chevy came out with the ZR2. Now, you know, Ford wants to come out with the Ranger. Everybody's like got to one up each other.
Yeah.
But then, you know, they're going to price for one. I mean, you got to be able.
They're
going to
price people out of the market.
Yeah, they're definitely. Gonna,
they're pushing.
This Ranger Raptor is going to be
people away.
ridiculous. And then where are you going to take it? You know, you're going to be able to maybe get some of the local stuff for now, but who knows in 5 years? I mean, if they're closing Pismo now and they're already closing pieces of
Jeep
Alabama
trails,
Hills,
everything.
Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of reservoirs are going to start closing down. So, I mean, you got to really weigh what you're going to buy and why you're going to buy it and what you're going to use it for.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why I want to, you know, you heard it here first. So that's why I want to open my own, like my retirement plan or vision or, you know,
dream,
fantasy.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, I want to buy some land and open up kind of like not like a campground, but like, you know, like an expedition outpost, you know?
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's, you know, and they can come hang out, like-minded people. We can, you know, have all the fires and as long as like the county allows it, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and just have like
private property. Yeah.
Kind of like a getaway, right? Because if everybody's closing everything down and they don't want to go to like a normal campground or whatever, hey, we'll have a general store, we'll have live music, we'll have a brewery, you know, distillery maybe. Who knows, dude? Like
done deal.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like up in the pines and then have like some entertainment, some good food. I mean, little Smokies camp out, you know.
Dude,
that's like my vision. I want to do that.
Talking my language,
and then to host tours. Like, think about it. Like the tourism for like Sedona, the pink Jeep tours. You know how much money they make off all that shit?
Kill it.
They kill it. I mean, they pay a lot to like own certain trails, which I think is bullshit. But you know, that's why I give them such a hard time. But I can't hate the player, hate the game
because they came up with it.
They're like, hey man, there's a lot of people that
market.
They can't get out. They don't have a capable vehicle, but look how beautiful these like trails are.
You want to
They took them on
it.
it. So why not buy some land that's kind of like a central hub to certain areas? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing random shit out there, like Black Bear Pass or something in Colorado. You know, take them on tours or show them the way. You know, or have
they're people that have never wheeled in their life, but they're saying, look, go see this. I mean, and when you're on vacation, I know when I go on vacation, I mean, you have a certain budget that you're willing to spend. It's like going to Vegas. It's like, dude, I'm taking $500. I know I'm not coming back.
What are you talking about? There's no budget in Vegas. Only sad.
But you know you're not coming back.
Dreams.
Yeah. What do we say? Those hotels weren't built on winners. No. You know, but you have a certain budget, and when people go on vacation, you have a certain amount of money that you're willing to spend. And when they go to places like Sedona and they see the pink chip, they're like, they got 4 people in their family. Like, dude, let's go. It's only $120 a head. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's no problem for them.
Yeah.
And it saves them from having to purchase a vehicle and all the build it all out. Like, you know, I can try it out first.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they have Jeep rental places. They have Razor rental places. I mean,
Moab, every place on that strip is rent a Jeep here, rent a Jeep, rent a Jeep.
I just want to, like, my end goal is to kind of incorporate what I love into what I'm doing every day. You know, and if that's traveling or showing people a good time, and like I always say, it's about the food and people. Maybe my expedition outpost is going to have like some of the best barbecue there is because Sean Lane's going to be rolling up. You know.
By that time, you'll be doing it, brother.
I know. I'll be and we'll have Jared over there brewing some beer or something.
Guy's going to go in there and say, "Yeah, I'd like a."
I'm like, dude, don't get drunk on your own supply, bro.
Damn it!
You're showing up there, and Ben's back there cooking, and the guy goes up there and goes, "I'd like a hot dog," and he'll go, "Ribs, right?
Yeah.
No hot dog, ribs.
Yeah.
Hot dog, no ribs.
Like, it's all pork. Shut your mouth.
What is it? Like Saturday Night Live cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It's like a burrito cheeseburger.
I just want to like, honestly, like, I'm the most happy when I'm showing others a good time.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Right. And
being the host,
being a host. I mean, that's kind of like my thing when I take people from here to, you know, do the whole Sedona thing, you know, whatever. I'm not really a tour guy, but I'm just like having a good time and showing them a good experience.
You get to see them having a good time.
Well, I definitely want to go on Mojave next time you go.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's brutal, it's miserable, but it's so awesome. You know,
well, I want to just to me, it's just like one of those things. I'm just checking it off. You know, it's something I want to do.
You're gonna get addicted. It's like
I'm addicted already, man.
Yeah, it's not something you want to do every single weekend. It's a once a year thing for me. Same with the people I go with. So,
that reminds me. Speaking of Mojave, sorry, but like I saw a video today. I was trying to send you that point. I couldn't remember the name of the canyon. It's Spooky Canyon, is what it is, and it's like along
that's in the Afton Canyon area, right?
Yeah, and but basically hike back into this canyon, and eventually it gets like super narrow, and then 3 stories high, you're dark bottom of it, and all of a sudden it gets pitch black, and you got rope ladders you got to climb and all this stuff. And
that sounds awesome.
It was rad.
Sounds like
I couldn't remember it last time. You were asking me how to. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I saw it today. Cool. Yeah, Spooky Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, there's like so many cool things to show people and take them on experiences. And I'm not one to say, hey, I'll take you on these tours and charge you money for it. I'm not one of those overlanders.
Yeah,
but
you're just like, dude, just feed me.
Yeah, or just like come with me because I'm going anyways.
Hang out with me, yeah, basically, yeah.
But
dude, that's my goal because I don't know where any of these trails are. So if I can hook up with somebody who knows where these things are, I'm set.
Oh, likewise, like I'm heading north in July, and I've had some listeners. Thank you, awesome. And they're like, dude, if you're traveling through, hit me up when you're here. And like, I've had a couple of rad. I don't want to give away some locations or anything, but they've been dropping me pins and like, yeah, well, I'm probably gonna meet up with some people up in Washington, and they're gonna show me around Idaho, and my boy,
what is it, Matt Kester, Secondhand Overland. Yeah. Matt's like, dude, where are you going? And he sent me a bunch of different things.
He's like, I'll meet you there. I'm running.
Yeah, well, I'm running now, dude.
I go, dude, you're gonna be in Montana, right? He goes, oh no, I'm back in Arizona now. He goes, where are you going? I told him where I was going. He's like, oh, dude, you got to go here, you got to go there, you got to go. I was like, perfect.
Yep.
Just give me different places to check out.
Yeah.
So far he hasn't let me down. I went last year on a couple of places that he said, and I was like,
oh really? Nice.
Awesome, man. I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, personally, AIM is going to work for me, Expedition Outpost. He's going to be one of the tour guides. Because he's going to show you everything, man.
He's never going to come back.
I know.
Yeah, you need Starlink to get a hold of him. Where you at, buddy?
I know, man. Got to put a GPS tracker on that guy.
Yeah, for
sure.
But
that's like a game. Like bringing up Starlink though, that's like a game changer too. Because I see more people actually with the capability of being able to get out. That might actually increase the amount of people who go out like full timing and stuff like the van lifers and stuff like that, or even myself. Like I would love to get Starlink because then I could work, from wherever the hell I show up. So as technology progresses and like we have that capability. Like before, it was like if you're out there, you're out there. You're maybe the Wii Boost will help you and you could do something.
Such a joke,
but yeah, it's iffy.
I mean, it works.
It does on occasion. It saved your ass, like you said. But like the Starlink seems to be pretty freaking solid, and the more it improves, like.
Dude, the RV world
will be able to get out more.
The RV world lives by it. Those people that are out there full time RVing.
Opt Off Road has one.
A ton of people now have it, dude. Like I'm for
it's sure a luxury. For me, it would be just a luxury item to have. I mean, I'm not living on the road, so if you were on the road and you work remote, why wouldn't you do it?
If that gets me, if I can leave like 2 days earlier on my trip and like continue to work. I can pull up
to the bare minimum.
Yeah. Well, no, I could pull up to a campsite and then I could just set up in camp and then, work. And then
I couldn't do that.
But that gets me that much closer to the next, like I'm trying to get somewhere far but I need like 2 days of travel time. Well, I can stop and work and then continue on and stop and then work and then get that much closer to where I want to actually my starting off.
I get it. I mean, honestly, like, even if I had a fully remote job, I couldn't do it because I could not be working with like the views,
the distractions.
I mean, I know people can. I'm just saying, like my mind when I start driving on the road in my fully packed rig,
I'm on vacation.
There's no work. Like what work? You know what I mean?
But how cool would it be to get up in the morning and you're sitting on the north rim of the Grand Canyon with your laptop on your desk with that in your view, and you're just like, I'm here, guys.
I'd be miserable because I'd be wishing I wasn't working on a computer.
But if it comes down to the point where like, okay, but at the end of Sunday, we got to pack up and leave, or I could be like, you know what, I could stay another couple days. Like when we were down at that spot in Colorado River,
right?
And we decided to stay an extra day.
Don't get me wrong.
I could have stayed there and worked while, the kids out there playing in the river, doing whatever, and I'm just doing my thing.
If I work,
and I'm only working for 8 hours, the rest of the time I'm fucking around.
If I didn't, if I was a full time on the road, I didn't have a home, have a house, and I was out there and I was working remote, I would have it. Even if I used it one day a week, you just have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went up in price recently, but
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. But I'm 100%. I think we're for sure going to.
When Elon Musk's rocket exploded, he just raised the price on Starlink.
Oh, shit, I got to cover that cost.
Yeah, I've got to cover that.
Well, he lowered the cost of the Tesla Model Y, I think it was, because they're
he lowered the cost of it?
Yeah, like a lot of the Tesla models that are being kind of phased out because there's a new generation coming in. I think he's like lowering the cost
just to get those out and then.
Yeah, I don't know what his strategy is, but all I know is
he's smarter than me. So
yeah, right. His
smarter
strategy is being smart.
Yeah.
And see, all the people that are listening to this on the road on Friday are going, dude, that's right. That guy is smart.
You know what's funny? Like he's gained so many haters ever since his the whole Twitter takeover and everything.
Why?
Like honestly, the guy's
a genius. He's an innovator.
You guys used to worship the ground.
He's an innovator, dude.
Yeah,
because he made the mass market EV.
Yeah.
Like all you haters love that shit. You drank that goddamn Kool-Aid. You made some more Kool-Aid.
You know how
and drank it again.
Some dude.
And now you're like, oh fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Like,
people are always looking. Yeah,
sorry, the whiskey's talking, but
people are always looking to be offended, looking to be pissed off, and instead of looking for like a guy like Elon Musk, you might not like some of the things, but look what he brought to the table. Look what Jobs brought to the table. Look what Bill Gates brought to the table. These are inventors, man.
And
dude.
you know what's funny?
I couldn't do any of that.
At the end of the day, every one of those guys, someone thinks they're an asshole. And that's okay. But guess what? Elon Musk in the Overland community gave us Starlink.
Yeah.
Yes.
He should be. Elon. He should. And your remote workers. That's your daddy right there. Your remote workers. That's your daddy.
Satellite daddy. Right there.
Yep.
Like when you pop out that like aesthetically pleasing satellite thing that like goes and it's like.
Yeah, when you're sitting at Bryce Canyon looking at the stars and everything, and you're
posting your Instagram video you work so hard on.
Right.
You know, shut the hell up about your politics.
Right.
He brought you that.
Shut your mouth. Right. That alone is worth the price.
That and all the hard factory workers that put it together.
There you go.
For $1 a month.
Yeah.
In China.
Yeah. Taking all that cobalt.
That's Apple.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, but like in all honesty, man, like there's some great products out there that didn't. They came after the pandemic and all that stuff, and there's a lot of good stuff coming out, making it accessible.
I think a lot of people are like now realizing their style of camping as well. You know, like everybody's altering it. Like Vision Overlander buddy Kyle, he had a D2 Land Rover and then a Jeep, and he sold both of them. Now he's got a 4Runner because it fits his family more. You know, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. You know, I think everybody's kind of like figuring out what they want. You know, we've seen all of our buddies like change their setup. Sergio, Rafa, it's all different.
Allie made me want to buy a white 4Runner when we were when we were on what was it, Black Mountain or what was it, up in past Thomas Mountain. Remember that trip we went on and she was like,
Black Mountain.
Yeah, was it Black Mountain?
Yeah, Black Mountain.
Yeah, she was in 2-wheel drive the whole time.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Dude, it's all about, it's not the vehicle, it's the driver, brother.
Don't give her that much credit.
Yeah, go to her head.
Wait a minute, I'm giving myself credit.
No. She's a great driver. There's nothing bad to say about Allie.
You know what though? She represents everybody that wants to get out there and do it.
Yeah,
she's working. She's
going to school.
She built her own rear system out of wood in her mom's garage.
Oh yeah,
she's sick, dude.
She is way more handy than even I am. Yeah. So
she posted the other day. She's walking out and she goes, "Oh, I'm so tired." And I put down there beast mode.
Yeah, killing it.
No, she's a hard worker. She's got a great work ethic.
I love people. I love people like that. They're on the grind.
Get after it. Yeah,
they just get after it every day because that's how I've always done it my whole life. I'm that blue collar guy that got up every single morning and went to work and grinded out.
She changed careers. She was in marketing, and then all of a sudden now she's doing this nurse thing. I mean, she's working for it, man. So
for me, the millennials, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. I'm just personally impressed because
she's a grinder.
Well, not just that. What I'm impressed by as it relates to overlanding is the fact that like she picked a vehicle. She built it out the way she wanted it. She even built her own rear system that she has. She knows how to wheel. in 2-wheel drive kicked my ass on that trail. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hope that my daughters grow up to be that like focused, independent, hardworking, and everything else. So
who's that other? What's the other girl's name? I think you just posted.
Redhead Jess.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. Same thing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
She's a beast, dude.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Michelle
she works on all her own trucks, tears them apart.
I was talking to her last week, and that girl's a beast.
Yep.
Same thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like these women
I can't do half the shit that she's doing on. I wouldn't even try. I mean, outside of changing the tire, I don't screw around with it.
Yeah.
You know. And they're out there, they're changing, they're doing brakes, they're building it all out. I'm like, dude, I'm so impressed.
Oh, no. Props to the chick.
Although I'm impressed with people who do all that anyway. I think that's such a cool skill.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has their own skill and willingness to do it. Do it. I personally, I get so frustrated. I got an attention span of a gnat, and I don't,
kicks in.
yeah, I just was like, I'm ready to move on this. I'm like, dude, it's out of gas. Park it on the lot. Give me another car. I'm that guy.
But my whole point is this: like, I was using Allie Venture as an example because we're friends with her. She's a great woman, but there's a lot of great women that are like doing it. Like you were saying, Redhead Jess, Michelle, she's like running events and even in going out on her own. And
Michelle's
taking her dog.
a beast.
Dude, yeah, sexy beast.
Sexy beast. Yeah. What about
Charming Forerunner?
Yeah, Charming Forerunner. Yeah. Dude, she's out there and she actually works for, who is it? It's the, I don't want to butcher it.
Your Rebel Rally girl?
The Rebel Rally,
dude,
Off-Road.
I couldn't do any of those, dude. I couldn't do any of them.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for any of it. I'm just like, and they're just beast mode out there, man.
Killing it, man.
Yeah. I know
it's impressive.
I'm on this like female hype train, but I'm just saying like, just keep doing it. Props. Like, there's a lot of dudes out there.
Into off-roading, I think, because of that,
It makes it, listen, dude, if I want to go off-roading or go overlanding with you guys or with a nice lady, sorry, guys.
We know where your loyalty lies.
And bonus, they can they can work on my they can work on my vehicle too. Hey, I'm in business.
Normal sit back there with a beer watching.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, what do you want for dinner? I got it.
I'll make the food. You rent.
Yeah, you just rent.
Smokies on deck.
Switch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally down with that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I hope that this trend, going back to like the evolution of overlanding and stuff, I've seen so many more girls get into it.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's just rad.
And it's super rad because, like, I have daughters. I want them to kind of see that. I want
someone like Michelle too. I mean, God.
Yeah,
I mean, just the daunting task of taking on a rigs and brews.
It's not easy, dude. It is not easy.
A lot of work.
A lot of people look at that and like, oh, it's just a meetup. Just post about it and people show up. It's like, no, it is not just that.
It takes a few months to get that even lined up.
Right now.
She's already working on the
December one.
Yeah,
she's just posted about that, like trying to figure out all the vendors and getting all lined up
and if you
location
and if you've met her. Just the nicest person.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
I mean, the nicest person.
Unless you do her fucking dirty.
Don't piss her off. There's two rules.
Well, that's everybody though, dude.
But you know what? Hey, I respect to the way she handles it, man, because she's true to her core, her character. But the thing is don't do her dirty, like you said, because you shouldn't do that to anybody. But the second thing is don't make your dog walk on the fucking hot asphalt.
Oh, I know.
You assholes.
I was standing next to somebody who had their
doing the dance.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, it's really hot out there. I know, I'm going to be leaving in a second. I go,
like, no, dude, leave now.
Come on, bro.
Pick your dog up.
I was like, come on. I mean, and she had posted, hey, I have my dogs. I'd love to bring my dogs, but it's going to be, 80 degrees, 85 degrees, 90 degrees there.
The blacktop.
Don't bring your animals.
And that's the thing. So like when I was there in the morning, obviously it was overcast. It was nice and cool. Like I always literally, because I'm always wearing flip-flops. I take off my flip-flops, I put my feet on the ground, and I stand on it for like 30 seconds. Like if I can't handle it, then why the hell would my dog be able to handle it?
That's just dog owning 101, man.
Yeah. I didn't even bring my dogs that time.
And how many people? I mean, I probably saw at least 4 or 5 people with dogs out there.
More than that. Yeah. There's probably like 10, 12.
Was there?
I mean, some people are smart about it and they'll like bring their dogs into the shade or there's like the little grass area and stuff like that. Just
I understand
be conscious of it though.
If you're a sponsor and you're there under the awning and you've got your animal there, that's fine. But when you're just walking around in that thing, dude, it was hot. It was hot that day.
Dude, I took my flip-flop off when it got sunny out and I put my foot on the ground. It burned the shit out of my foot.
And it wasn't even like that sunny, but like, dude, I got so sunburned that day.
Dude,
fucking
the next day I was talking to Clancy, Mosey Overlanders.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, he posted a picture of him going into work. I go, dude, your face looks red. And I go, dude, he goes, yeah, I got burnt up. I go, I didn't realize how bad I got burnt on my neck until I got in the shower. I was like, oh shit, that burned.
And Clancy was in the shade with us a lot too.
Yeah.
I mean, I got burnt too, and I was under that Botus Jerky shade.
Yeah.
Speaking of Clancy, shout out to Big Mo.
Dude, his truck is coming along.
Dude, the thing's sick.
It's going to be in the Icon booth, right?
That's what he said.
Is it Icon booth? Or?
No. It's a different booth.
Is it the Carly? The people do the suspension, I believe.
Is that who it is, or the rack? I don't know. He's got.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe it's
Dude.
extrusion.
I don't want to fuck it up. So.
Maybe it's
Matt
extrusion.
Yeti's in Icon booth. I know that.
Yeah, Mad Yeti's in the Icon.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Clancy's in the extrusion booth.
That's what I think it is.
That's what it is. Okay, I was getting them
He
mixed
just made a
up.
deal for a tent because he was going to borrow my rooftop tent. But he just hit me up today. He says like, I don't need it now. I just made a worked out a deal with someone.
Worked out a deal. Good for you, buddy.
When he told me what he was doing to his truck, I was like, dude, man, that's all.
It's a big
dude,
truck,
you're throwing
too.
a lot of money at that truck. He goes, I can make it back. He goes,
Yeah.
it's only money.
It's just money.
And you know what though? He's so right.
Yeah.
It's just money.
Yeah.
And
It's all a made
What
up
else you gonna
thing,
spend
dude.
it
he
on?
wants. I'm just saying. I mean, some people spend it on a house. Some people spend it on a boat. I mean, he's building.
Dude,
his truck.
if you think about it this
I'm
way,
down with
inflation rates are going through the fucking roof, and so you know what? He's actually getting a good deal by buying it now because in 6 months from now, it's going to be 3 times the price.
Not only that, but that truck looks nice, dude.
Nah, he's got
it's
it well
big and it's nice.
Yeah,
I don't know how he's
That's
going to
what
do on
she
some of the trails, but it certainly is. I'll tell you what, it's
It'll be
nice.
comfy. Drive.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that? Dun-dun-ch. You missed my dad joke.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
My bad. I didn't hear.
he's all it's big and nice.
Oh.
I'm not going to repeat it. Anyways,
Yeah, but you don't need to spend time. Like I had a buddy actually from high school hit me up the other day. Cause he just
what was that? 1984.
yeah, way back when.
No, dude. I'm old.
Yeah.
When did you graduate?
93.
Oh,
Dude.
excuse me.
Yeah.
I graduated in '83, bro.
I was born in '83.
Yeah, exactly.
my older son is 34.
Yeah.
That's right. But and in what is it? '83. I was in Okinawa, Japan.
Shit.
Okie.
Okie.
When you're getting born,
Oh yeah,
you're being conceived.
He was trading MREs.
Yeah.
bro. You have no idea.
Don't even think I want an idea. No. Yeah, well, no, he hit me up. He's like, dude, like, what do you do for? Because he just saw like a random post, like for Instagram or
Who's
some
this?
shit. It's a buddy from high school.
Oh, high school. Yeah.
You still owe me money. No.
Yeah, like like I
Dime
posted on
bag.
Instagram and it went
Right,
to
right.
Facebook or something like that, and I haven't talked to him in 30 years or something. And he's like, dude, what do you do for a living? I need your job because I want to be able to go out and camp and do all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, don't believe
Instagram's
everything on
not real.
Yeah,
Right.
Instagram's not real. Don't believe everything on the internet. Like, yeah, I post like the photos of me doing fun shit, but that's like not every day.
Right.
Like I have a fucking 9 to 5, Monday through Friday bullshit
You have a
job that I
grind.
fucking hate. And
that's your escape.
yeah, and that's what I do to escape. Like, and like, you don't need my big stupid fancy truck that I'm like in debt for like the next fucking 10 years on. Like
You can get out.
you can just get out, dude. Just like grab your kids, grab a
I was gonna say, open road for two said it
hit
the
a
best.
Walmart and go, dude.
They said, you know what? If whatever vehicle you got,
yeah,
you can just throw a couple sleeping bags in there and go.
yeah,
You know, and you build. That's how I started, and then you just built from there.
yeah. And just
You know what
build-
Ames
to get where you
started in?
want. Yeah.
Well, I think he started in a Subaru, but most recently, before his Gladiator, he had a Toyota Sienna.
Yeah,
minivan.
there you go.
There you go.
Minivan.
Yep.
Homeboys out of Alabama Hills in a minivan, all-wheel drive, albeit.
I was in Yosemite in a safari.
Yeah, and like a lot of these, like
Oh,
whatever,
a GMC Safari?
Yep.
Hell
Those are
yeah. That's
rad,
actually,
though,
that's big money now. You know what I'm saying?
but
Van
like
life.
all these like
Well, that was
YouTubers-
Marine Corps money, baby. You know, they pay the troops
good.
a lot.
Yeah.
But like all these like YouTubers or something like that, and you see them now, and they're like this amazing built out whatever rig, like they're in an Earth Roamer or something fucking stupid, But like if you watch back, like what they started in, they were probably in a piece of shit little pickup,
And then they
or
got
a
sponsors.
fucking Syncro or a fucking Volkswagen.
I'm telling you,
bus
when
or-
I went to that meetup in Ontario at the Toyota dealership in Ontario, when
Yeah.
you guys went to the beach.
Sorry.
Rodeo X.
Yeah.
I went to that thing, and I'm so glad I went there at the age I went there, because if I was a kid and seeing some of the vehicles there, I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
I'll take one of everything.
Yeah. I bought the first year they came out with the FJ Cruiser.
Yeah.
I went and bought an FJ Cruiser.
Oh, really?
Me and the wife. Well, actually, I needed a car. We went out on the lot. I was like, Laura saw the FJ Cruiser, goes, gotta have it. So we bought the FJ Cruiser.
They're dope looking.
Actually, yeah.
Ended up selling it, getting rid of it, and now I look
Terrible
back on
gas mileage.
Now I look back on it and go, and then I went to that, that meetup, and there was like 5 FJs that were just built to the nines, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I kept my FJ.
Dude, there's always the few that got away. I would say the one that got away, but it's a few.
Yeah. But then I look at it now, thank God, I look at it at the age I look at it, and you're like, man, it's beautiful and everything, but I ain't spending that kind of money on that.
Yeah.
Not for going where I want to go.
Anything amazing, just throw enough fucking money at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be fucking rad.
Exactly. And for me, I like the vintage. I like the old stuff now.
Yeah, man.
I like the Land Cruisers.
I like the weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm into weird shit.
I mean, that's what first kind of got me hooked when I saw your car.
Oh, the Land Rover.
Yeah, when I saw the Land Rover, I was like, right off the bat, I was just like, dude, that thing looks so bitchin', and it's got the military olive drab color that I love, and, that I grew up on.
Clear coat peeling.
Yeah, I just saw it. I saw it, and right off the bat, as I was walking through that parking lot, I just looked at it, and I was like, oh my God, that thing's so awesome. And I started walking over there, and then I see Jared walking over there, and I go, dude, and that's what started it off.
Jared needs to sell that thing to me, and I'm gonna LS.
Well, I've told him from the beginning. I was like, dude, if you ever want to sell that thing, let me know. He's like, no, I'm giving it to Zoe. Giving it to Zoe. And I was like, dude, I can put that LS in it. Don't worry, bro. I'll tow that thing to my house. No problem. That thing will be on the road in a week.
Dude, you know what you could do is you could get a EcoBoost, a 4-cylinder EcoBoost in that thing.
Fuck that.
Like a Mustang. Find a wrecked Mustang with a Ford EcoBoost.
Dude, I saw a dude selling a Rover the other day for like $2,000 because the transmission was blowing up. I'm like, I don't need the
I got the motor.
I just need the motor.
There you go.
Yeah, I got the transmission transfer case.
Yeah, I'll just swap
it's just such an iconic. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get rid of it once the camper's paid off. Then I'll.
See, you're the worst kind of owner. You know what you have.
Yeah, I won't get rid of
you know how cool it is.
No low ballers.
You know how cool it is. Yeah, I know what I have.
Yeah, that I'm a hoarder and I won't get rid of it.
Vilmont swindler over here.
But it's just so cool when it shows up. It's just odd. It's like your Mini.
Different.
It's like your Mini. You show up and instantly it was like, dude, that is so awesome.
I'm into weird shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to a Mini meetup this weekend. They have no idea what's coming, dude.
Where at?
Well, actually, it's a run. So basically, it's starting off. It's on Sunday at 10 a.m. until noon at Ontario Mini. So right off the 15.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of Mini owners coming out and everything.
Dude.
And they're all.
They haven't seen yours yet, or you just saw the post and you're just going.
A few people know what I have.
Okay.
And so like they're doing like a little mini meetup. It's gonna be kind of like a little mini like car show
lower
type
minis
thing.
And stuff.
Everybody's gonna be in their little street racer, club racer type minis. The Porsche killers that they are.
Yeah.
Which, dude, they're dope.
Oh, they're
but they have no idea this shit's coming. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna pull up and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
And you're gonna
I'm gonna be blasting fucking Skinnerd on blast, dude. That's what it's on.
And say Solar 2, baby.
Yeah. Adventure Power Solutions. Shout out Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, dude.
Tony's gonna hook me up. Met him at Riggs and Brew.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I talked to him and I said, dude, as soon as I get my cap, my rooftop tent, I said, how soon can you hook me up? And he goes, one day.
He's like, how much money you got?
Well, he gave me, I kind of knew about what it was going to cost anyway. And he goes, yeah, one day. He goes, just call me like on Monday. He goes, gives me a couple days.
You asked me to introduce you
together
to him.
And
it was so funny at Riggs and Brews. He hit me up a few days before Riggs and Brews and he's like, hey, Ben, I need you to introduce me.
Because you guys have always talked about Tony, right?
Yeah, the solid dude.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. And then like,
no, I said, I'll buy you a beer if you introduce me to him.
Yeah, he said he'll buy me a beer. You notice how he didn't buy me a beer?
No.
Tony, charged him extra Tony.
As soon as I got there, I walked up and Tony was right there first. Before you guys were
we were in the back.
down.
Yeah.
We were in the back, is like behind Tony, and so like he saw Tony first, and I was like, I didn't have a chance to.
No, I walked over to Tony and I said, hey man, I told Ben that I'd buy him a beer. I said, but dude, now I don't have to buy him anything. And Tony's like, I don't care. What are you gonna do?
and then my dumb ass goes and buys a solar panel from him, not knowing that he stole a beer from me.
No, dumbass.
Tony owes me a fucking beer now.
Dumbass. I threw $100 on that raffle trying to win that solar panel. Because Tony goes, hey,
yeah, one of our listeners actually
they won it.
He won it, but he put 200 in.
He was standing right next to me. He was actually on the other side of the table, and he goes, what are you putting it in? I go, dude, I'm putting it all in this one, and I dropped it in like as soon as Michelle, because I was standing next to Michelle, and she goes, okay, 5 minutes or we're gonna have the drawing. I walked over there.
He pulled a Herb.
That's
what he did.
No. Dude who won was on the other side of the table.
Oh, he came in after you?
Yes, I put mine in.
So he pulled the Herb.
I put mine in, and I go, what are you putting all yours in? And he goes, same thing. And he dropped it right on top of mine. And then he won. But he did spend $200.
If he was smart, he would put $100 in or after yours, because just in case you had extra.
Oh.
And then he would put his last.
Dude, to be honest, I was like, dude, I got it on lock.
Yeah, I thought you.
I got it on lock.
I didn't realize he put all that in there, though.
Dude, he was standing right next to me, and me and him were rapping. And then when we walked over there, when Michelle introduced, it said 5 minutes left. We both walked over there, and he was standing on the other side of the table, and he was looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and it was right between us. And I went, yeah, I'll put it in. And then I go, what are you putting yours in? He goes, same thing. And he dropped in like twice the stack. I was like, shit. I was like, and there's no time to run to the bank to get another 100.
I was actually going to enter in this raffle because there was a few things I wanted, but I was just having a good time at the booth. I literally was at the booth the whole time except for the morning, and I totally forgot about the raffle.
Well, I walked over there.
I was wondering where you were. Yeah,
I was sitting at the booth, dude.
I saw that solar panel. It was like 185 watts, 175.
Yeah, man.
Watts. And I started talking to the guy, and he goes, yeah, it's 185 watts. I go, wait a minute. And I walk back over to Tony's, and I go, hey, that solar panel over there, I said, you're going to put one like that on mine? He goes, yeah, that's exactly like I'm going to put on there. I go, so if I win that one right there, he goes, yeah, just give it to me, and I'll put it on there. I go, how much are those things? He goes, it's like $750.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He goes, they're like
that
700.
Much?
Yeah. He goes like $750
or something like that. I think Sunflare.
Yeah. He goes like $750. I go, so if I go spend $100 on the raffle ticket and win it, and he goes, yeah, I'll put it on there for you. Saves you, $600.
Should have spent $225.
Well, dude, I stood there, thought I had it on lock.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes before, I got $100 worth of tickets. And then the guy across the way from me, who was super cool.
Oh yeah.
I dropped it right in, and then I go, "What are you putting it in?" Because there was like 3 or 4 in there, and he goes, and then he looks right at me, and he's like,
with that
grin, dude, and he goes, "Same thing," and he dropped it right on top.
Who was it?
Oh, I can't remember his name. He's a listener,
right?
Yeah, he's a listener. He was at your booth.
Okay,
I just can't remember his name.
Now, yeah,
you know
what? I remember him saying he won that. Yeah. I can't remember his
name.
And
when he won it, when Michelle was getting ready to call it, I go, yeah, now the raffle begins, because Allie was there and Mike was drawing for it too. He wanted it too. And we all just opened up our tickets, and I go, now the raffle begins. And then when they called the number, I was like, damn, the dude, he was standing behind me too. He goes, yeah, I won. I go,
dude, Shelby won a paddleboard.
Well, we put all our
that's
tickets.
Awesome.
Zoe, I gave her money to put in, and she put all our tickets in that paddleboard. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And like, we didn't win it, but then Shelby won it. Yeah, as his Overland.
And now Eric doesn't have one. I told him I have 2 brand new ones. He can borrow one of mine.
I'm like, we're borrowing that, Shelby.
I told that guy, God, I can't remember, his name escapes me.
I know.
He came walking up, and I go, dude, I'll give you $500 for it cash right now.
Oh.
And he goes, no, I need it for my car. I was like, okay, then you need it. Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You needed it too.
It's good that people who won are actually going to use it. They're not just going to resell it.
That's what he said too.
Yeah,
he goes,
a lot of people just
He goes, no, I need it. I need it for my rig. And I looked at Tony. I walked back over there. Tony goes, guess I'm paying $750, and he started laughing.
No, now you paid $850.
Yeah, right, $850 now. I just kind of rationalized by going, the money's going to a good cause.
Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, what did it get donated to? Like Tread Lightly?
Tread Lightly usually. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. That Rigs and Brews is just a great get together.
Oh, every time.
Michelle
it's
puts
my
on
favorite.
a great show.
Everybody says we need to put on our own. I'm like, why? Hers is so good.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and compete with that. No shit. Yeah.
Not that we would compete, but it's like.
That's what I mean. I'm like, how can you? I mean, like, yeah, she already does it perfectly. I don't need to do. I'll just go to those.
Yeah, as long as and you guys are there at it, so it works out really good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time at our sip swap and shop with Open Rubber too. They put on a good show.
Yeah, that was fun.
We helped them out.
We've been to a few other ones
very
that are fun.
Little, but they did all the work.
I think you guys need to broadcast a live broadcast from there.
We've done
that at Rigs and Brews, but
it was hard. It was hard.
It's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of like noises. There's a lot of like, things. I mean, like Jared had said, we've done it before, but people actually, some listen to it, not everybody, but Rig for Dirt did a live broadcast at Rigs and Brews. I listened to it, shout out Ali.
Right.
But it was funny because, I love Ali Venture. She's like my best friend. So she was like walking by and in the background, Ali was like, "Hey, Ali, hey, come over, say hi." She's like, "Oh, hey." She's like in the background. You can hear her from like a distance. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, they said something about the average overlander." She's like, "Oh, yeah, those are my camping buddies. I love those guys." So she gave us a shout out. So again, shout out Ali Venture.
Well, she's a cool person for sure.
Dude,
first time
legit.
I met her, she's super nice.
Yeah, super humble.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you vibe with somebody right away or don't you?
Yeah.
I personally have grown up hating everybody the first time I meet them.
Yeah.
I don't want to know anybody.
No, it's the Marine in you, right? You got to have a plan to kill everybody you meet.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, well,
who said that, by the way? It's like, have a plan to kill everybody, anybody
well, just
you
have
meet.
the same views, and same outlooks that you have. I mean, people that have been in the service kind of have a different outlook on life. But then now, kind of more and more people have the same outlook. I'm starting to get.
Yeah, but going back to like the vibe and the people, with you vibe with them or not or whatever. Like that's what Michelle does so well at Rigs and Brews. It's literally just that. Like everybody has a good time, everybody gets along.
Have you noticed? There's no drama. Everybody's drinking, everybody's walking around, everybody's eating good food. And there's no drama.
You'll have your occasional a-hole, but whatever. That's anywhere you go. But
when you bring your pooch on a 90-degree day on the black asphalt,
you deserve it.
You got a lot of people there that weren't happy.
Yeah, no, there's nothing against what happened there, but like at the end of the day, like 1 out of 300 people that was there.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And such a great event. And I think the Toys for Tots one's going to be even better.
Dude, it's always the best.
Those are always the best ones.
I dressed up as Santa Claus, and then ARC Trooper's husband dressed up as the Grinch.
Yeah, Robert.
Yeah, Robert. Yeah. What is his again? Is the Mythosaurus? Mythosaurus. The whiskey talking?
Yeah.
No, you need more whiskey to pronounce it correctly.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll get it right. Here, hold on. Let me
drink some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that Breckenridge or the Bank Street? It's right here.
You got both over by you. Give me one of those. Yeah.
No, the Breckenridge is over there.
Is it?
It's
I don't know.
It's out of, no, it's right here.
Yeah,
it's just further away. I can't reach it.
Way over there. Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
This is the Bank Street. You want a little?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys.
Yeah, hit it.
So you guys have been doing this now 100 episodes.
Yeah.
104 if you go by,
Are you interviewing us now? I like this. Ask me questions.
Is it true that you guys don't wear anything underneath the table?
Well, we do the podcast
Barely.
naked.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
why we don't do video.
There you go.
Yeah. Only Landers, bro.
No,
you
but
gotta
I
pay
was
for
gonna
that.
say,
Patreon. Sign up.
I'm wearing a kilt.
A kilt, right?
Yeah.
No, what I wanted to ask is out of 100 episodes, did you ever think that it was going to go this far? Did you ever feel like,
I didn't think we were going to do 2 episodes.
Did you ever think though that I don't want to do it anymore? Has it ever crossed your mind?
All the time.
On my way over here, you don't know. So, okay, if I'm being honest, here's the whiskey. It's the whiskey talking right now. On my way over here, I was like, 100 episodes. I think we deserve a break.
We were going to announce as a joke, just like
we were going to announce this is our last episode. Everybody, season ending.
Yeah.
No, but obviously a joke. But I was thinking about it, and we talked about this week. Actually, I think it was like Monday morning when you called me. I was like, man, dude, I got so much going on in my life. You got so much going on in your life. Even our jobs are requiring us to come in. Jared just started going back to the office a couple times
Communists.
a week.
Damn it.
It's, it's hard. It really is hard. And honestly, like, I think about it and I'm like, God, I got to drive all the way over here because Jared's not close. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it takes me a good 40 minutes to get here and 40 minutes to get home. And
now
I
you
drive
live
3 hours to work.
You live at the Eden Sun Club, right?
Yeah. Glen Eden Sun Club.
Sorry, that's
I do not
the whiskey
live
talking.
there.
That's the whiskey talking.
I live by there in the proximity of maybe 6 miles.
You're not a camp host there, right?
No.
Okay.
Expedition Outpost, however, # nude. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I always thought about going there. I was like, man, I should cruise up and check that place out.
I'm sure it's a bunch of old people that are naked.
Oh, well.
Pretty much.
No, that's Black's Beach.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something like that. But to answer your question, I think about it a lot because our lives are so busy.
Right.
I have 2 daughters, a kid on the way, full-time job. I drive 5 hours a day. I go in. Sorry, something's tickling my throat.
The whiskey.
Yeah, the whiskey.
That's what she said.
Yeah. But to finish,
100 episodes.
To finish my answer.
That's 100 days of doing this.
That's 100 times of coming over here.
Right.
And as much driving as I do, I was kind of.
So you need Starlink. You can do yours from home.
No, we can already do it from home. We can, but it's not the same.
No, this is better.
In person.
This is much better.
Vibing off of each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm going to wrap this up quick. Basically, I've thought about it a million times. Do I want to take a break? Absolutely. Am I tired? Absolutely. Is this kind of my getaway? Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people we have met, we do not have a big podcast. We do not have a huge following like everybody may think we have. We have over 50,000 downloads.
Yeah.
But the people we've met along the way, the friendships we've made. Look at you're here sitting here with us hanging out, man.
Because I ran into this guy at a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not literally. He ran into somebody else at a grocery store. That's a different story.
True.
But no, but like just the friendships we've made along the way, it makes me like want to keep doing it. That's what keeps me going. It's like when people come up and like, hey man, we listened to that episode. I was like, what? You actually listened to our podcast?
Right,
you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, I had somebody at the gym come up to me today. Hey, when's the next episode? I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? And I realized I had my average Overlander shirt on. I'm like, yeah.
That's so cool.
You're like, fucking
and we
Friday,
all,
bro.
and me being a fan, I don't listen when it comes out on Friday. I listen on Saturday when I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the best part. And it's like 2 hours of, what are they going to say next? Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
They're not always fire.
No, right. Hey, it's not all rainbows.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
the
people,
topic may be different.
It's also
from what
not
you
easy.
Want to listen to. Oh, it's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah,
like
sure.
every day he calls me, he's like, who are we going to have on this week? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and some people commit and then they're flake or, this or that, or something comes up.
Last minute.
But like, honestly, at the end of the day,
it started out with just you guys.
Yeah.
With no guests. At the beginning.
Just talking.
So
up, and then all of a sudden we start
that
works.
Guests but I'm just saying that works. I mean, when you have just
but then you run out of it's like, how do you keep it fresh every week?
Right.
It's not like it's like every bi-monthly or something like that. No, it's like every week we have to have a topic or a subject or a guest or, it's a lot of work trying to come up with something, and if it is like just us talking or something like that, like we mentioned, we have cut back on our camping just because of life and, whatever. And so we don't have all the experiences to share all the time, so that's why it's nice having a guest and stuff like that who can kind of,
See, I always, when you guys first started and I started listening, I was always listening for, God, where do they go camping? Where's that at? Because I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. And then it's always like, oh, I can't really say. And Allie's like, I'm at the mall. And I'm like, I'm sitting back going, oh my God, really? I was like, I'm trying to find out places to go, but I know why. But exactly, I 100% know why.
Like AIM,
look at Alabama. Look at Alabama Hills.
Fire.
That's why. Pismo. That's why.
Yeah. Look at where AIM goes. Insane views, insane locations, and if he gave away where he goes all the time, they'd be blown out, and they wouldn't be insane anymore. They'd be insane, full of trash and crap,
and he will never go back.
No,
I 100% get it. I 100% get it.
And if he does share a location with me because I want to go there, like I'm not blasting it.
He knows you're not going to leave toilet paper everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like certain people, like, like they'll hit me up, privately or, personally and be like, hey man, I'm going to be in this area. Do you recommend anything? I'm like, yeah, I'll recommend it to you, but I'm not going to throw it out there for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, like, I totally agree with you. Like, as far as like, the 100 episodes or like, if I ever want to stop, there's been a lot
every
of times.
Week.
Yeah. And there's been like a lot of times where I'm just like,
when you got to make the drive.
Yeah.
Well, there's just been a lot of times, like I've just been so burned out. I got like so much shit going on my on the table. And it's like, oh fuck, I got to stop everything I'm doing now. We got to do this. We got to do this on the Wednesday. We got to record, edit it. And then like Thursday nights, like, I work all day. So like I got to get up fucking first thing in the morning and work. So then my Thursday night is me editing. And and then like,
and we don't really edit a lot.
We don't edit a lot, but it's
still work. You still have to like cut it down, add the intro, add the outro. Make sure that we didn't say anything totally. I mean, we say a lot of stupid shit, but you know what I mean.
Clean it up a little bit, and
but that's what makes it good.
Write a title, write a description.
Yeah, send it out to our host, have it post,
schedule it.
All that stuff, and like it takes a good hour or so each night. So when we're making dinner, I'm in the office like working on that. That's why we haven't.
And we don't get paid.
And we don't get paid. It's not like we're making money. People are like, "Oh, how much do you guys make off the podcast?" I'm like, "Dude,
zero.
It actually costs us money to do that."
Yeah.
So,
but the cool part is when you do run across people that say, "Dude, I listened to it."
But that's it.
So what you're saying, and what you're making actually matters because people are enjoying it. It's entertainment for them, or they're getting for me. I get a lot of ideas. When you say, "Hey, I'm using the pop-up pit. I'm going here. I'm able to do that. I plan my trips this way." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" Things that I didn't know now that I can do. And it helps me.
That's why we still, or at least that's why I still do it. Just because like you get the gratification of like knowing like, hey, I helped that person out, or they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, man, like I love that this made my day when you said that," or whatever. It's like when we get a lot of messages from listeners and stuff like that saying, "Hey man, like you made my day with this or this subject or something like that, and like it's made my trip or something like that." And like,
well, you're also teaching
awesome.
You're also teaching people to
and helping them.
Be respectful of the places you're going. Be respectful of the people that are doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I didn't need anybody to tell me, "Hey, dude, pack out what you pack in."
Yeah,
I don't need somebody to tell me that.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that bring their families out there and they go, "Hey man, I ran across this podcast. You should listen to this." And people start listening and you learn some things. And you know what? You get entertained at the same time.
Yeah, hopefully it's entertaining. I mean, like you said, like not every episode's going to be great or perfect or whatever else.
Nothing ever is.
Nothing ever is, but it's about consistency and
we try.
If the episode sucks, turn it off. I don't give a shit. Like it's not like, again, I'm
Isn't
not
that
getting
what
paid to do this.
And don't be offended. Turn the channel.
There's other podcasts out there. Like
listen to Rig for Dirt,
Rig
Wheel
for
Every
Dirt,
Weekend, or
and not every one of his podcasts is great, but at least you get a few nuggets out of there. And you get a few nuggets from us, and like a few nuggets from others, like Trail Chasers. We're trying to get them on our podcast. We're not about competition. This isn't a competition. It's about community.
The space is big enough for everybody.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they may be making. I know they're making money on their podcast, so they actually have legit sponsors, but I'm not trying to compete with that.
Right. No.
Like we're just trying to share good vibes and good times. And if it sucks, it sucks. If it's great, it's great.
How many times it's so cool when you run across somebody that says, "I was at that place too. I've been to Shenanigans. It's awesome. I know exactly what you're talking about." And you just instantly vibe with that person. I've met so many people just from listening to this podcast and going to Rival Coffee. Yeah, at a meetup, a random meetup.
Yeah, remember when I just said, "Hey guys, I'm bored on a Saturday. Come meet me down here." And it's like, I'm not a celebrity by any means, but but all my friends showed up, and I was like, "This is cool, man."
I met two people who showed up in Rangers.
The Rangers.
Rangers. This dude, shout out to Freddie and shout out to Israel. I mean, these guys showed up in his Tremor, and the other guy had his. And I was like, "Oh man, I thought I was the only."
You wanted that exhaust. You're like, "I'm going down to the exhaust shop right now."
Yeah. I still have that. I got to go over there, but I mean, two way cool guys. Now I follow them. And they're on all these adventures, posting things all over the place. So, what you do on this podcast matters, which is cool.
Yeah,
everybody takes a little bit of something that works for them. You know? That's the way I look at it. And what you guys do matter. I'm glad you guys post, and I know, not everybody's ready to do everything every single time. It's hard.
Yeah. On the way over here, sorry to interrupt you, Jared, but I was going to say is like in relation to that. Jared hit me up earlier today, like around 3:00, and I was like, "Man, I'm so low energy. I don't even know if I can get through our 100th episode, but we got to make it good, And now that I'm here and you were here and we had some whiskey, like this is why I
wasn't so bad.
This is why I do it because it's like it's entertaining.
And how
gets
cool
my mind
is it
off the bullshit I deal with every day.
When you go and when you guys go to like Rings and Brews, I mean. Everybody that comes by your booth, I would say probably 90% of the people will be like, "Dude, I listen to that podcast all the time. It's so cool.
It's rewarding in a sense,
it was so funny.
What about the older couple that came by with their daughter, and they were asking you at Rigs and Brews. They were asking about airing up. Remember that?
Okay,
They were asked about airing up. I happened to be standing there, and they're like, "Oh man, how do you air up?" And this, and you were telling them, "Yeah, you can buy these systems that air up your
because I was showing off the
sponsored by Wifey.
I got the sponsored by Wifey, so I had it all set up and I was showing it off.
Yeah, they were loving that. And then I was like, "Yeah, dude, I just purchased this speed flat. I can air up all 4 of my tires or air down."
Yeah.
You're more overland than I am. I don't even have one of those systems, man.
And the wife was like, "Yeah, I get really bad when my husband has to go out there and he's airing up each." And the guy's like, "Yeah, each tire, 15 minutes each tire, airing them up, airing them down." And I was like, "Dude, there's an easier way. I promise you."
Yeah, get a good compressor and get the 4-link.
Yeah,
just do it.
Yeah.
I went to the.
I need to take my own advice.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to that one in Ontario, and I met the guy from Ironman Off Road, Ironman 4x4 over there, and dude was like, he ended up being. I knew one of the guys that were there, and he was like, next thing you know, he calls me up, and was like, "Dude, you want one of these?" I was like, "Cool." Gives me this compressor, and then next thing you know, I was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna get." I think a more flat.
More flate.
More flate. I think I got a speed flate. I don't know what it is.
Something.
I don't know. But it airs up all four. It airs up all 4 tires. Same thing. Same thing. Probably same price. Same person. Probably.
I need to get a kit like that still.
I've even learned a lot just from doing the podcast, just because we will have different guests on, and like I get educated on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just from
we're fans of our guests too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You guys are pretty. You guys are pretty smart when it comes to the vehicles.
That's why we get a lot of them on, just so like I'm interested in what they're selling or what they're pitching. I'm like, educate me a little bit on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean,
hey, if it makes makes your overlanding easier, I'm willing to listen to anything.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the friends we've made, all the guests that we've had on and stuff. They're all like good friends now, and we hang out. Like I'm going out to sushi tomorrow night with Nepo.
I'm bummed I'm not able to join you guys. Can I come late?
Just show up, bro. We'll be
Wait a minute. Where are you going, Hana? Where are you guys going?
We'll be drinking some sake. I don't know,
dude. I may have to use that sick card and then go to sushi with these guys later.
There you go.
Oh man, you're making me think.
Make sure Nepo's buying, man.
Yeah, no,
I'm kidding.
He's hooked us up more than we could. We owe him.
That is I tell you, the first time I met them was at was a meetup, the one in Temecula. I don't remember which one.
Burgers and Beers, probably.
Yeah, it might have been that one. And just the nicest guy. Him and his wife Cam, just the nicest people, man. They were
big
just
hearts,
like, hey,
man.
What's up, man? And they just started talking to them, and they were just super nice.
He was the first guy to say, "Hey, I'll sponsor you guys with a hitch slide if you guys do a giveaway." It was like, wow.
Yeah, he jumped right on
because those aren't cheap, and they're high quality. What do they cost? Like 180 something like that bucks. I mean,
I don't even know.
I haven't even priced him because he gave us one to give away.
Yeah.
So whoever wins that, it's an awesome freaking prize, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you're into really getting off road, man.
Yeah.
You got to have one.
Yeah.
I think.
Dude, I'm going to be dragging mine in Sedona, man. But I mean, just the friends we made along the way, we could go on for hours about that. But there's a lot of good people we met, a lot of friendships we've made. And that's what really drives us to keep doing it every week.
You know what's cool too is you can pick up your Instagram and hit any of those people up, and every one of them is going to answer you back like that.
Oh yeah, dude, and they've all come in to help with like if I need something. They're like, "Hey, I'll help you with that," or offered advice and stuff like.
Dude, Twin Rig.
And I've had people like just like we'll bring up topics on the podcast like like I'm trying to figure this out or is that out or something like that, and then. Next thing you know, next day, or that Friday, I got people in the DMs like,
you got 5 messages telling you,
hey, this is how you should do that, or you should check out this company, or I'm like, oh, rad. I get a great advice, I'm like, I appreciate it.
It's better than Google.
Yeah.
It's better than YouTube.
Yeah, ChatGPT doesn't come to me.
Yeah. But we tried to, I feel bad, if there's ever, days where I'm like, oh, God, I hope that, we try to put out the best product we can, but it's, hard. We were saying, but,
sure.
I'm always... I stress a lot about this podcast, trying to make sure it's good and up to par for people. And I know it's not perfect, but we try.
Dude, like I said, nothing is. And it's always it's like your elected officials.
Yeah,
half the people are going to love them, half the people are going to hate them.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
The beauty is
but you guys are more than that. You guys are like
choice.
95%. Everybody loves you.
I hope so, man.
I think so.
I try to have a good time. I don't like to talk bad about anybody because everybody's out there. They're living their own life. They have their own problems.
Oh yeah,
you know,
we're all dealing with shit.
Yeah, man. But
whiskey makes it all better.
Yeah,
that's right. Why do you think it's all over our table?
Yeah, we got them all over the place.
I'm seeing some low soldiers though, man.
Yeah, we've got to replenish a few. I mean,
yeah, we've had some guests on that brought us some, like yourself, like Jess, Open Road for Two, and I mean, who brought us the Japanese single malt one that was just on? Oh, who was that? God, I shouldn't have brought it up. Now we're gonna look bad. Oh man, thank you.
Shout out to you. That's cool.
You know who you are.
right. But I don't have to speak your name, dude. We keep you on the DL.
Yeah, but it's been a good ride, man.
Yeah.
So what? 100 more, right?
Oh my God. Are we gonna make it another 100? Are we gonna make it to 200?
Well, I mean, like you're gonna go on. I mean, there's times where you're gonna go on vacation.
Just like nodding out.
You're gonna go on vacation.
I wanted to quit after 100.
Nah. Hopefully we'll improve. Like we want to try and do like I know we brought that.
You say that. Oh, I want to improve, but it's already it's what you do now.
I want to give more.
Makes it cool.
I want to
do bigger and better stuff. I want to do video. I want to have a better intro. If you're an audio expert and you want to donate an intro, hit us up, man. We are all ears. We have a lot of ideas, but we don't have time.
Yeah. Or the expertise. Like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We just, a lot of YouTube channels watching, changing shit out, getting different equipment, making shit better here and there. Like we played around here and there.
It's like your rigs, dude. It's never done.
The same thing.
It's never done.
Yeah. It's not. and you know what? It's a journey. So, I mean, it's not always about the destination. It's the journey.
Oh, yeah,
baby. Thank you, Britney Spears.
You're a philosophizer.
No, it wasn't her like line in the Crossroads, dude. The tagline was something about it's not always about the destination, it's about the journey or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that movie
That's our
well.
new podcast. We're ripping off Britney Spears.
It's about the journey.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Different podcast. Hey,
yes, if you're out there listening,
we'll do a spin-off podcast.
It's the whiskey talking.
Yeah, it's the whiskey talking.
It's the 100th episode.
Yeah.
If you're not drinking whiskey, you need to be listening to a different podcast.
Yeah, man. Well, this comes out Friday, so let's get to some plugs. Let's talk about some things. It's already 9:15. Let's get this
rambling on forever.
Yeah, they're probably sick of us now.
Yeah,
but
geez. We have to listen to another.
I want to thank all my sponsors. No, I really do want to thank the sponsors of the giveaway.
Yes,
which is this Friday. We have 4122. We have Trigger Control. We have Botus Jerky. We have Liquid Molly. We have Rescue Med, rescuegs.com with his med pack. We have anybody else? Did I miss anybody?
Us.
And
we're going to be going, we'll probably do like an Instagram live thing.
Yes, from my house, actually.
Yeah, live from Ben's house.
From the little smoky smokeout.
Yeah.
The pre-smoke.
We're going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo over there with some carne asada.
No, pollo asada.
Oh,
and
you're doing pollo
tri-tip
asada. Okay, I don't
tacos.
know.
I got the beef, the tri-tip tacos, and then we're going to be doing the pollo asada.
All right, legit.
Yeah.
And then so we'll go live probably 7:00ish.
Yeah, when everybody gets there.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. Just tune in. You'll get the notification.
Put the bell there.
We'll announce the winners and all that fun stuff, and we'll obviously notify the winners. But yeah,
we'll post it too. So it'll be.
It'll be.
We'll do a live.
You don't have to tune in, but if you want to see us being stupid, sure.
If you know what, actually, we should make them watch it because we're going to post it. We're going to do a live and then we're going to post it. So if you want to know who wins, maybe you're the winner.
Ooh.
You don't have to be present at the time, but you got to look at the post.
Yeah.
Hit us in the DMs if you won.
Yeah.
We know who you are.
Exactly.
I just hope it's nobody who's there because that would be really awkward.
Here's your prize. Not rigged at all. No.
Not rigged.
We'll do like the whole laptop thingy or whatever.
Nepo, you want a 4120?
Yeah, you won your own prize.
Botus Jerky wins his jerky back.
He'd
probably be stoked. A lot of money in jerky.
Wait a minute. He won the Jack Links.
Subpar jerky.
Yeah.
Subpar wanting to be you.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna go live.
Yep.
So tune in. If you're busy, whatever, watch the post.
Yes, sir. Any other plugs other than ourselves? I was going to mention a few, but
Well, I mean, hey, we've already plugged our sponsors. I was just going to go off about that, but thanks to all the listeners. Yes. I mean, that's the number one thing keeping this going. If you didn't listen, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, just unbelievably grateful for all y'all like putting up with us and encouraging us. And
I only have one request.
Yeah.
If you see us, say hi.
Yeah.
Come talk to us. Don't be scared. We're not celebrities. We're just normal dudes.
God,
average.
Yes. Average dudes. Yeah.
No. If you think
I love talking to people when they come up. Yeah.
If you have an idea, hit us up, man.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Slide in my DMs.
But slide in the DMs. Yeah. Just want to say thank you. Yeah. That's it.
I will actually do a couple plugs here, just because it's coming up this weekend, or coming up. There is the Mossy CDJR grand opening May 6th. So it's a Saturday.
Is that the one in Chula Vista?
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people out there.
Tony's going to be out there.
Yeah. Adventure
Riggs
Power
and
Solutions, Mountain Hash, Dead Man Off-Road. There's a huge prize, which I kind of jealous of, is like Camp 4 Low's giving away like a trip to Mexico, like
oh wow,
guided tour. I'm like, I want that prize. Off the Grid, Lightner Designs, all the usual suspects.
I was going to say the usual suspects.
Is that on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, May 6th. So that'll be a fun one. And then coming up, it's a little ways out, but this is in May 26th. But I want to shout out for Fast Friends. If you know who you are.
Ollie.
Oh, yeah.
Matt.
Maverick Saloon in Norco.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be hanging out there partying it up.
Are you going, Norm?
It's Memorial Day weekend.
I'm actually, I think I took that Tuesday off, so I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Are you going on a trip?
No, well,
long weekend.
Not right now, no. But if
if we meet up at the bar, together, then that's we may what I'm saying. On a trip after.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, that's what we were already planning it. It's Memorial Day weekend. I got Monday off. I'm like,
right.
We'll go to the Norco. We'll go to the bar, hang out, and then afterwards we'll just head out on the road.
What day is that on?
It's on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be.
I know,
but.
I was like, do I got a place to crash if I go there?
I know, like, where can I go within a couple hours?
My rooftop tent. Be in the parking lot, pass out.
I may be there with you.
He's got a 4-wheel camper, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I'm going to make the long weekend out of it and, like, maybe just go up to, like, Trona Pinnacles or Alabama Hills or something.
See, that's what I was thinking. Because I took Tuesday off, too.
Jumping
so I have
off
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
So maybe I'll meet somebody out there. And like,
dude, I actually, my company gives like 3 days off a year. So and Memorial Day is one of them. Yeah. So maybe. I may have to do it.
Nice.
Roll up there.
Or we could go to Maverick Saloon.
We're going to be there anyway, that Maverick Saloon.
And then go to Lion's Claw.
Is that the same weekend?
It's always Memorial Day weekend.
That's right, dude. Oh my God.
Sorry, that's a throwback. Most of our listeners will not.
I was sitting there going, "What was Lion's Claw?" Now, did I miss that beer? Is that like Lowenbrow? Lion's Claw.
Yeah, Lion's Claw.
Yeah, it's a inside one that some of us may or may not know.
Gotcha,
Lucas. If you're listening, you know.
Yeah, Lucas. Lucas.
But if you want to, if you end up wanting to go to Trona, that might be kind of cool. It's big. It's good for everybody.
It's only a couple hours away, but it's limited nowadays.
Yeah,
and it's a big holiday weekend. It's gonna be packed.
If you try to go to Alabama Hills, stupid going up to 15.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll have to play it out. See how faded I am after leaving.
I know
Mavericks.
Yeah.
And then if I want to drive another,
I'm doing
3
the
hours
beach that weekend. No, I'm not.
No,
never mind. That's
Memorial Week. That's where everybody's doing the beach that weekend.
Damn it!
You got to go. Oh, you got to go. You got to zig
go
on
up to 395 and see what you fucking end up in Lone Pine somewhere. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Circle
that's
L.
True.
What Circle L? He might be out there at Maverick, so maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to be like, hey, can you tow me? Yeah, I can't drink and drive. And tow me.
I know
there's gonna be a lot of people camping out in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I was like. We definitely took that Tuesday off. We're like, we want to go do something. And then when you guys said that the saloon get together, I was like, oh, okay, we definitely want to do that. Then what?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so
we were thinking going deep sea for us, even maybe going deep sea
fishing.
Yeah, we were thinking bluefin tuna are starting to show up now. So.
Yeah. You gotta hook one for me, man.
Oh, this summer, dude, you guys got bluefin.
Dude, you're
Yellowtail and bluefin coming for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got a smoker. You gotta come over.
When it heats up to 110, 100, whatever, I'm on the ocean.
Yeah, you're overwatering.
I'm overwatering it. For sure.
Oh man. Any other plugs?
Not that I can think of. I just want to throw those out there because I know they're coming up. There's another event I think this weekend too, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's our 100th episode.
I can't remember anything. Fuck. Sorry if I'm forgetting somebody.
Lots of good stuff happening. Just check your local listings.
Damn, there was like some listeners I was going to shout out to. I can't remember now because I've been drinking too much.
The whiskey.
The whiskey.
Well, I got one.
Norm.
Oh, yeah, Norm. What's yours?
A couple things. One, I want to shout out to all the people in the military, women, men, women around the world that are serving. My kids are serving. Fathers, sons, husbands, wives. They're all serving.
Even the dogs.
Yeah, Davey's agreeing with you.
That's right,
like,
man.
yeah.
Hey,
Shout out.
Shout out to Cosmo, my boy out there with the animals.
Yeah.
But all the military families, Memorial Day's coming up. Remember what it represents.
Yes, that's actually it's not just a
That's
barbecue
right.
weekend.
That's right. It's just not a day off.
Yeah.
Remember what you're celebrating.
Exactly.
One. Two, all the disabled veterans that are back here today that are the struggle's real. We're all living it every single day. And I want to, shout out to the average Overlanders, man. Thanks for having me. My second time on the podcast. All the people that are out there listening that reached out and had a lot of good positive feedback on that. The average Overlanders make it happen every single week. They're always on the grind. They're all working. They're working full time. They're just like us, and they're making it happen for our entertainment. So don't be afraid to hit them up on the DMs and tell them how much you enjoy their podcast.
That's how we met you,
keep
man.
It real.
Yeah, well, we met you at the meetup, but you slid in the DMs. Don't lie. Don't lie.
They only have me on when the Breckenridge is empty.
We ran out. Right? Yo, Norm, what you doing?
Okay, trust me. It was a year ago that you came on.
It was.
We finished that.
It was
quite some time ago.
It was literally July of last year when I came back from my big trip. That's when you guys had me.
Was it July?
It was July because I came back from my big. I got another big trip. I'm going to be back in July, so you never know.
That's right.
I might have another big one, and we might end up hooking up somewhere in Montana,
That's true.
Montana or Wyoming, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
We're going to be crossing paths.
Ships passing the night.
We are actually, he's showing up right after I'm leaving, but I'll be coming from South Dakota to the Tetons, and you'll be coming into Montana.
We'll try to meet up.
Yeah, we'll hook up in like Thermopolis or somewhere in Wyoming. That's a city, man. Thermopolis, Wyoming. That's a real city.
Okay,
not Metropolis.
No.
I thought that was the whiskey version of Metropolis.
Yeah, exactly.
Metropolis. Exactly. But I just want to say thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you, dude.
You guys are awesome, man. Yeah. I'm always down for every event that you guys are at, for sure.
Appreciate you, man. You're always there, so we appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just don't ask me to pull you out. I don't have a winch. Two-wheel drive. What are you going to do?
And if he promises you a beer, make sure you introduce him to people, otherwise he won't buy you a beer.
Yeah, you got to get ahead of time.
Exactly. That's right. Okay,
I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you, man.
I got your whiskey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate you.
Made up for it. Come on.
Yeah, I hope you come over on Friday night, man.
And that's literally Friday night for sure, dude. I'm pretty sure. I just got to run it by the boss.
Yeah.
And
Always
we'll be set.
good idea.
Just say tri-tip and
I'm already there. Like I said,
I smoked the salsa vegetables, man. Come on, now.
And it's Cinco de Mayo, brother.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko.
I literally have a shirt that says that.
For us gringos.
That's a nice creed that we live by, brother. Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah. What are we drinking? Are you? I mean.
I thought I supplied food. You guys come over.
So I got to BYOB.
No.
I mean, Jess and I were going to make margaritas.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna bring my Kansas City special. That remember what's that guy? The possum.
Oh yeah,
Wandering possum.
Yeah.
Wandering possum saw my post on my Tank 7 that I like drinking, and he was like, "Dude, you come to Kansas City, he said I'll take you to the brewery." Well, you know what, dude? I'm gonna bring you some Tank 7 on Friday night.
All right.
There you go.
Well, okay, we are playing one game. Shout out Nate.
Oh, Nate. Yeah.
Bottle Bash.
Is Nate going to show up?
I invited him.
What is Bottle Bash?
Oh,
you'll find out.
Because I'll win.
Tank 7. Yeah. Just bring Tank 7. You'll find out.
That's expensive IPA to be just chucking down.
No, you're not.
It's not like beer pong or nothing.
It's not like that. You're not going to be wasting. You're literally just going to be in your hand. You're going to drink it.
Oh, okay.
It'll get wasted.
All right.
Yeah.
That's always the plan. It's
the beer won't be wasted.
It's Cinco de Mayo.
Nothing will be wasted.
Yeah, it's all fun.
And I'll bring my designated driver.
Yeah, you're fine.
The boss?
The boss. The Land Beaver 1.
Land Beaver 1 will be there. Yeah,
all right. Well, cool. Well, thanks everybody for listening, tuning in. Thank you, Norm, for joining us on our 100th episode. It's been a great honor, and you're a great friend. Appreciate you.
You guys are the best.
Appreciate it.
You want to take us home, Jared?
I'm already home. I don't know about you fuckers, but
no. The whiskey talk. I need you to take me home. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta love the average Overlanders, people. Gotta love it. They're above average Overlanders tonight. It's 100, baby.
I'm slipping below average here a little bit, but yeah.
All right.
And like Ben said, we appreciate all of you, and we appreciate you tuning in for 1 episode or 100 episodes. We don't care, but thank you for being there with us and along the journey, and it's been fun, and hopefully we can make it another 100. So, and we will catch you on the next 100.
On the next 100.
Next 100. Sorry for that.
It's the whiskey.
It's a whiskey.
Is it American Idol or the average Overlanders?
Same.
Ooh.
Hey.
That's another one we could try.
Little Smokey's Campout might have a sing-off.
Uh-oh, watch out. Bring the karaoke machine.
Yep.
I got one.
Get your scottles ready, baby.
All right, everybody. Thank you again.